Hey, Delv, how we doing, Angel? I'm glad you liked it, by the way. But greetings, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a couple moments. I'm a little behind getting everything set up for obvious reasons. But the good news is it's a holiday day, so who knows how long we're going to last. Because I'm hoping to try a new show tonight, but we're going to have to wait and see what happens. And your magazine should be going out this weekend, just to let you know. I think shows will be the only one I have problems packaging, because between the Rocket League stuff and my boxes, I have lost a lot of my boxes, and they're around here somewhere. Now, I'm going to be honest, I didn't pick you guys up anything new today. No new prizes. I figured we got enough to last us for a while, but we did spend a little on ourselves. I'm either ashamed or happy to say. And I blame Nerdy for me picking this up. Just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're blaming in my way, just make sure that you tune in. Was it? Tell her I'm sorry. I got it mixed up there. I thought you had gotten the comics because she got the card set that hadn't gone out yet. So tell her I am very, very sorry. Just for that, I'll address all your stuff to her this time. That'll make her feel better. Including the motorcycle. Did I even put your name on the letter? Wait, I thought there were two things in your envelope. Just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. I don't know. I just have both your names on there. I have both your names on there, so I never remember who got what. Because I haven't updated my Twitch page yet to say who got the last set of prizes. All right, so she got the card game and the motorcycle. You got Chun-Li and the Gundam. I'm confused. I think that riddle hurt my head more than it hurt anybody else's. And good Riddler. I don't know what you're talking about, Eric. I have no clue what you're talking about. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to List Wits. Welcome to Thanksgiving kind of edition for the List Wits Game Show. Yeah, normally I do. No, I have to put one name or the other on the envelope because I actually have to fill out customs forms for you guys. That's why I almost always put your name on the envelope. I just kind of forget to do the letter. But ladies and gentlemen, hope you guys are all well out there. Hope you guys are having a very, very good pre-Thanksgiving day. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started pretty fast, pretty early, because like I said, I actually did not pick up stuff for you guys tonight. In fact, like I said, if Nerdy is watching, I actually picked something up for myself, and I wasn't going to do it, except it was sitting there staring me right in the face. Yeah, Show told me I goofed with the letter, little French lady. I apologize. No new prizes. We've got plenty to give away right now, as is. But we did pick something up for ourselves. And like I said, Nerdy's not on yet, so I can blame Nerdy. Hey, Rory, how we doing? I can blame Nerdy for this because originally I had no interest in an old school video game pop. I had none. But he showed off one of the pops he picked up, I think on Monday. Might have been Friday. No, it had to be Monday. And he basically said that there was one extra version of the pop he had picked up, and I didn't really think about it because I wasn't expecting to find it. Well, I happened to go over to GameStop today because I picked up Star Wars, because I plan on getting it loaded and played tomorrow. And so today we picked up for ourselves, we picked up the 2-pack. I couldn't resist. There was just something about Sub-Zero and his frozen thing. I could not pass on it. I shouldn't have, but I couldn't. And I'm one of these people that I don't give a damn about value. So, like I said, other than my Emerald City Pops that I actually have. So, come on, why did they tape this up funny? I hate it when they tape this up funny. Yeah, it worked out pretty good. Although I kind of think, because I was watching the show, I think Riddler kind of went through his riddle a little too fast. But we'll see. But that's just my opinion. That man does not know how to talk fast and gets things done fast. He's too smart for that. He likes drawing things out. So we picked up the 2-pack of Scorpion. Get over here! And I absolutely love the boots on Sub-Zero, because it is the total see-through. That is, I love that. I really do. So wait a minute, let's see. Almost see-through. But to me, though, this one is great. I like Sub-Zero better than I like Scorpion. So yeah, these are two that are for my personal collection, and we will be keeping those to ourselves. So sorry, no prize piles for these boys. But yeah, I'm blaming Nerdy because, like I said, originally I had no interest in any of the Mortal Kombat figures. And I just happened to see them, and they were there, and it's like, I want them. I want them. All right, so honestly, that's all we picked up today. Other than, like I said, Battlefront 2, because we do plan on playing it at some point. All right, so so we start things a little different lately. And unfortunately, that's a lot smaller than I thought it was. So give me 1 minute. There we go. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we start things off while we get talking, get things going. Because like I said, it's holiday night. I'm in no rush tonight, to be honest with you. So we're going to take things a little slower than normal. 7 sons she has, this loving mother. One is aloof, the other with a temper. 4 gifted with rings of wonder. The last to his mom, none is dearer. She also has 2 daughters, we gather, like twins, close to each other. We know one for her air and laughter, hot, dazzling, and beautiful, the sister. Her names, one too many to remember, but known to a devout follower, to you, to me, and to every wanderer. She is arguably the perfect mother. Who is she? Who are we looking for to answer this first riddle of the night? And like I said, tonight we're kind of taking things a little bit out of order. Nope, not Tampanisha fatality. She's a bad mother. She's a bad mother. At least that's what I heard. Now, whether or not that's true, only fatality can tell us. And I'm using this chance to get some adult beverage in me. So, bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, like I said, I saw Tim Spacers, and it's one of those nights where when you have technical difficulties, Nerdy knows what the technical difficulties are now. It was hilarious. It was basically two of his incoming phone calls worked, and that was it. Speaking of which, NorCal, you're probably not on and not watching yet, but my liege, should the mental abilities of me be needed, please let me know. But yeah, I'll tell you guys right now, these riddles aren't usually mine. I just kind of borrow them. So yes, they are usually Googleable, like somebody has admitted to doing on them. But it is indeed the sun. She has 7 suns, the 7 planets. All the planets except Venus and Earth are considered male gods. The 2 daughters are Venus and Earth. One is aloof, that would be Pluto. One with a temper, that's Mercury, because it's nice and hot. And then the 4 with the rings, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Jupiter. And the last 2 is mom, none is dearer. That would be Pluto again. So yeah, like I said, the first part is going to be simple and easy. Well, Eric, I guarantee you, I already know 2 people that have told me they Google these. And these riddles are typically, for the most part, not mine, because they're easier just to borrow. So I don't really change them that much. Although I have a few that I am going to change so they can't be identified. See, like I said, just piss everybody off, DMK. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I didn't say walrus. I am going to shuffle them up a little bit so that they are less Googleable. But I was kind of busy today, so I couldn't do any work on them. All right. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I got this one in the mail, and I'm hoping you guys can tell me what it is. Oh, can't read it. Too small. Oh, well. We'll deal with that one later. All right, so we're going to close that out. And we are going to jump right into things. This computer mouse is not being friendly. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like it quits working, and then it starts working, and then it quits working, and then it starts working. All right, ladies and gentlemen, with that, wrong one, we start things off with the tried and true normal favorite around here. No, it's the mouse is getting old. The mouse is getting old because, like I said, it will work, and then because it's an optical, so the reader is kind of flaking out on me. It's one of those laser pointer ones. All right, Alexa, start 30-minute timer. So starting things off, ladies and gentlemen.
Starting now.
Welcome to our 4-letter word. For those of you that have never been here before, it is basically we are looking for one answer, and Nightbot should catch it. we are looking for this answer that goes right down the center. Each letter completes the appropriate word going across. So, for instance, if you think it is... I told you, nerdy, it does happen. It does happen. Now you see what nightmare I have to put up with constantly. Each letter completes the appropriate word going across the board. So we have R-O. What do we have? Pint, rope, lint, pain, and mert. So if that was the actual four-letter word, pint, nice. I do have it set up. And you would have been awarded with one shot at the vault tonight. And for those of you that don't know whatever comes out of the vault, you can ask Show, Mark, Delve, KTG, Fallen. I'm trying to think. Who else has gotten a vault? Show, Delve, KTG, Fallen. I think Emery's might have. And Chris might have. Because I think the vault, we always say big, good prizes for. At least I like to think they are. So, for instance, you will never see a pop in the vault. And yeah, nerdy, like I said, I don't know if you were here when I showed them off. But damn you, it is because of what you showed, and because I happen to actually see them, I actually picked up Scorpion. I keep saying Scorpio for some reason. I don't know why. And Sub-Zero. Oh, that's right, Wallace, in the Jonah Hex bust. I couldn't remember who got Lila. And we always have the vault prizes set away. Once they are eligible, they are typically available as a primary prize. Yeah, I couldn't pass. I was like, I'm in GameStop picking up Battlefront 2 because I told you guys I was going to pick it up today. And I turn around, they're on the shelf, and I'm like, I don't want them. I don't need them. Don't want them. And I'm going looking around, and every time I turn around, there's that double box just staring at me. And it's like, nope, walk away. And it's like, damn it, I got to do it. So that one's your fault, nerdy. If you hadn't shown off Scorpion and said that the Sub-Zero pack was there, I probably could have bypassed it or not seen it. But that was one of those few where I saw the Subs, because the Sub-Zero one's the good one out of the two, in my opinion. I got to figure out what the difference is between the Scorpion solo and the Scorpion in the double pack. I got to see, because supposedly there's a difference between the two. Supposedly. But I don't see it right off the top of my head. We shall see. So again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to List Wits, ladies and gentlemen, the one and ladies and gentlemen, I keep saying that those same three words over and over and over and over, don't I? Welcome to List Wits, the one and only live interactive game show. We come to you live Wednesday nights live from PlayStation and YouTube. We come to you Saturday nights live from PlayStation and Twitch. And like I said, I'm trying to figure out where you guys are on Saturdays. Y'all is like, even if you guys just lurk, just a hi, how you doing? That's all I'm asking for. I know I'm getting selfish, but yeah, one of the things that I was going to consider doing today, I actually picked up this last week or the week before last, and I was going to use it for some of the questions, but you guys would kill me. You guys would actually kill me on some of these questions. For instance, there are two books sitting side by side, each containing exactly 100 pages. The book on the left is upside down. If you add the page number at the extreme left-hand side of the left-hand book to the page number on the extreme right-hand side of the right-hand book, what's the total? And it's like, really? Really? That is the type of questions that I want to get away from. And it was like, oh my God. So it was basically, this is almost a bust. This is almost a bust. I got to go digging through here. If I can get it out of the box top now. and see if there's anything I can actually use. If I did like a beat the egghead sort of thing, I would do it. Nope, not 200, Ren. So that's a bonus question that's out there, just for the fun of it. But yeah, our guest host apparently has a side job. As you guys know, we actually took Hornhead out of the bag. We took him out of the prize pile. He apparently is getting hired by somebody. He won't tell me who. And he's basically got a side job. I'm not sure. He's like very happy about it. When Hornhead smiles, I worry. Or maybe just the fact I let him out of the netting this week. But yeah, we are getting everything reorganized, trying to get everything straightened out. So again, DM, let's see, who is it? I need the Old School. If anybody knows how to get a hold of Old School, let me know. Because I still have his 2 magazines here. I got to put Arlo's back in the prize pile. He never claimed them. Again, it's basically simple, guys. Once you win a prize, I basically give you 2 weeks, and if I'm generous, 3, to send me your emailing address. If you don't send me your mailing address, I assume you just don't want the prize. And it goes right back in the prize pile for somebody else to win. Again, like I said, if you guys don't want the prizes, that's fine. If you guys want to send the prizes to somebody else, such as Angela Law did, Sea Chicken did, I forget who else. There was one other person. They basically won one and it said, basically send it to somebody, send it to a specific person. Now, I will say there is one rule on that. If you guys are in the States, I will not send it to somebody in Canada. No offense to the Canadians. But that's one of those where if my choices are between $3 or $4 shipping to the States and $15 to the Canadians, if they don't want the prize and they want me to give it to somebody else, it's got to be in the United States on that one. If they don't want the prize and it goes back into the prize pile and you guys win it, that's fair and square. Oh, you got to work tomorrow, BDJ? My sympathy, man. See, I left out of the office about 30 minutes early. It got around 2 o'clock, and normally when we had people in our office, they would let us go about 2 o'clock. Well, I don't have any bosses in my office. They're all out in Nevada right now. And so it's like 2 hours behind, and it's like, well, they're going to leave at 2. That means I get to leave at 4. And it's like, that's 2 extra hours. And I'm like, yeah, all right, I can live with that. I can live with that a little bit. At least I like to think I can. But today I'm like, okay, I gotta get to the GameStop. I gotta get home. I gotta get on Skype. I gotta take care of some personal stuff. And then right when I pull Skype up, it's like, oh, here, try Skype 10.0. And it's like, no. NorCal, I just mentioned you, my friend. Like I said, if your kingdom ever is in need of my intelligence, shall we say, to assist in defending against these trolls against the walls, please feel free to give me a holler and let me know. My vast resources are at your disposal, my liege. You need to use that more often on stream, too. I think he would be a great character. Because I'm trying to think, have I ever seen you do King NorCal on stream? Because I do drop in and lurk. And I don't honestly remember seeing you do him on stream. So either I'm picking some really bad days, or it was a first time thing. And I don't think it was a first time thing. Because it was like almost natural. So I got to get my days straight. Oh, speaking of which, Dr. Jekyll, if you are watching, she did it to me. She bought me these. You need to do it more often, man. I think it'd be a great character for a show. I really do. That's what we need, are shows. Like maybe once a week with just King NorCal. I think it would actually be amazing. So far, I've gone 1 for 2. I hit. I got the first one was like strawberry banana smoothie, and then the second one was rotten eggs. And it was like, damn it! And the scary part is, the taste didn't hit me till after the fact. Eat one. All right. Let's see. What do we got? We have either dead fish or strawberry bananas. And since I had the strawberry bananas, I'm going to bet this is dead fish. Yeah, it's dead fish. Ah. Oh, that's horrible. That is horrible. But I came prepared. Ah. So just for Jekyll, I did one on air. Hey. That's why the trick is you bite it, then you swallow fast. That's the trick to the whole thing. You don't chew on it forever. Speaking of which, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we do have a new game we're going to try. It does not involve any whispers or any secret conversations. I got finished making it yesterday, I think. Don't look at the box, just eat. Well, see, I already know what's in them. Because there are no grass clippings. The one that is not so bad in this box is it does have lawn clippings, is the toothpaste. There he is, Arlo. Are you or are you not going to send me your mailing address? So yeah, I'm calling you out on this one. Yes or no, because if you say no, I'm sticking your prize back in the pile. If you say yes, you got to get it to me as soon as you can. Ugh. So yeah, she was evil and she bought me those today. So I'm 1 for 3. I'm 1 for 3. Speaking again, if anybody has seen Old School, please tell him I need his mailing address. He actually has 2 of the magazines that are waiting to go out. And I don't remember if I showed them, but I did pick up some replacement magazines. Danny, we just pretty much for the most part just starting. We are for the most part pretty much just starting tonight. I do need. Gotta find out where I dropped my pen. I can never have enough pens around here. I really can't. Oh, trust me. At some point, I may force her to eat one. I just won't do it on air. Problem is, knowing my luck, she'll get one of the good ones. Knowing my luck. Well, speak of the devil. Speak of the evil person. Or maybe not. Nope, she's not coming down. Cool, Danny. Glad you got it. I hope you like it. Again, the one thing I do ask, guys, is if you get the packages, please post a picture on Instagram and just tag me in it. Or hashtag me in it, either or. Because basically, I got to get everything out by word of mouth. I've got to get everything out by word of mouth. That's the only way I can do it.
I heard the challenge I saw the challenge from Red Walrus.
You saw the challenge?
From Red Walrus, and I came to get my...
She's gonna do it.
And I went and got
No, no, no.
Yeah, you had a chaser too.
Afterwards.
Yes, I said that. Well, I didn't say that.
All right, she's gonna go for it.
All right.
No, on my luck, she'll get one of the good ones.
All right, got white one.
Which is... Give me the... No. Oh, okay, I know what the white ones are. She took one of the good ones, apparently.
I guess.
Coconut.
It didn't taste like anything to me.
It's either coconut or spoiled milk.
Then I guess it's coconut.
Told you, I knew I wouldn't get that lucky. I knew I wouldn't get that lucky. I never get that lucky.
And then?
No. They're for special occasions.
Okay.
Or challenges or something like that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to all zeros.
I guess it helped that I have a cold, or sinuses, so I
No, you still would taste it. Trust me.
Oh, I would?
Yes. Especially in the aftertaste. We hit all zeros, unfortunately, which means nobody got our 4-letter word of the evening.
Hey, Red.
And ladies and gentlemen, the 4-letter word that was set to be won tonight, or to win a shot at the vault. You guys had the first letter pretty much from the beginning.
Hey, little French lady.
You guys had that pretty much from the beginning. I think I saw a couple people get this one and a couple of people get that one.
Fatality.
The word that we were looking for, ladies and gentlemen, was perk. P-E-R-K. Nice simple word tonight. No sneaky letters, or at least I didn't think so. There were just a lot of possibilities out there.
Merc is kind of sneaky.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
But that's because Bubbles is bad at spelling, so she thinks every 4-letter word I put up here is sneaky.
Not every 4-letter word. So, was it Arlo respond?
No. If he doesn't respond by the end of the show, I'm assuming no.
Oh, come on. You know you want it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
And we will ship it.
That means no shot at the vault at the moment. But that may change.
See, even Red said Merc got him.
Now, for our list tonight, I actually stayed away from the Thanksgiving theme.
Oh, no.
I actually stayed away from the Thanksgiving theme because I used that up last year and I had no follow-ups for it, to be honest with you. It was the Macy Day Parade.
Oh, yeah.
I had no clue what to do this year. So, in honor of Tim... Whoop, don't want to do that. So, in honor of Tim Finkelbottom, we decided we'd go something a little more normal.
Bottom phrases? Finkel bottom?
No, I thought about bottom and I couldn't come up with one. I only came up with 6 bottom phrases right off the top of my head when I was writing it down. I think it's still in the spreadsheet for a possible one.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Alexa, stop timer.
He'll PM you.
Alexa, stop timer.
30-minute timer canceled.
So, for the first list tonight, I decided, since the time spacers were looking for Tim, and now Timmy is looking for the time spacers, I figured list number 1 had to be space blank. Now, we have used space before. I don't know if I have used these words before, so you guys might want to guess some that we have used previously. It is total guess. Like I said, I do know we have used plenty of these. We have used the space list before. All right, let's see what we got. We have Walrus. You guys just don't give me any time to get things ready to go, do you? Let's see. Space Cadet, Space Jam, Space Ghost for DMK, Space and Time. You got to remember to put the word space with it, Gas. I will not take just the single word. So if you just put junk, that doesn't count because you're either seeing junk space or space junk. Spaceship not there. Spaceballs goes to...
Or you're commenting about someone
Sea
else.
Chicken. Or you're commenting about someone else, and I don't know the difference. Spaceballs definitely in there. Travel not in there. Monkey not in there. Bar not in there. Dust, nope. Alright, hold on. I lost where I was.
Dust was the last one you said.
DMK gets Space Invaders.
I thought I saw that earlier.
Somebody just put invaders and then put Space Invaders.
Oh, okay.
That's why I said you gotta always put the extra word in there. Fatality with Space Case. And I apologize not looking at the screen, guys. You guys are so fast. I gotta try to play catch up. No, Space Timers actually didn't make it this time. Space Timer, I wanted to, but I thought that was going to be a little too obvious. Pace it out. Spaceman, Space Dust, Space Heater is actually in there, Walrus. I know that was a new one. I know that was actually a new one. Space Dog, Space Suit, Space Car. Space Dog, Space Suit, Space Car, just a bit of space. Space 1999 I like. No, actually, nobody picked Spaceman Steve, and he didn't make the cut, though. It was like I got the list done, and it's like I left Spaceman Steve off, and I was very, very upset with myself.
And Space Timers.
And, well, Space Timers I had to leave off because that, I promised everybody there would be a hint to the riddle that Riddler put on the show. And if I put Space Timers in there, they might have thought that was the hint.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what we got. Spaceman Steve. It did not come up on my chat, Chris. Let me look. Oh, yeah, it did. Yeah, it did. I just bypassed it. My bad. Rory with Spacewalk. And I don't think I've seen either of the last two, which does not surprise me because I made those two intentionally hard so I could play catch up. All right, we are caught up. We are down to 2. Like I said, I gotta slow the chat down. I gotta figure out if I can slow the chat down a little bit. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for the last 2 space blank phrases. Was there a Space Minoki? I don't think there was. There was a Princess Minoki. I don't remember a Space Minoki. But yeah, I intentionally put... Well, Walrus got one I thought was going to last. I thought Space Heater was actually going to last. But I intentionally made these 2 pretty much the hardest 2. If I had picked 4, because I always pick like 4 that I think are going to be the tough ones, it would have been Space Heater, Space Case, 9, and 10. And again, like I said, I figured I can use space over and over and over and over and over because there are a zillion words out there that start with space. It's sort of like the star blank. I will probably do a star blank one again at some point in the near future. I will tell you right now, Star Wars will not be on there because I've used it pretty much every time I've done a star blank list. Whether or not you guys were here to see it when that happened, that's not my fault. Spacey McSpaceface. I like that one. Damn, I thought that one was going to last. I really thought Space Elevator was going to last. So show taking the Space Elevator. Not as though I don't think we'll ever get one built. As much as they claim that they're getting close to doing it, I just don't think it will happen. And again, like I said, say hi to my French Onion's best friend. That's Hornhead. He has to come out every so often just to say hello. I did have a question. I'm hoping you guys can help me out. Do you guys know, because I've never tried it, do you guys know if you can actually broadcast gameplay of somebody broadcasting the playroom? And like I said, the reason I'm asking is because, again, I am not participating in the Listwiz tournament on Saturday for obvious reasons, because I'm sponsoring it. But I'm hoping I can actually broadcast Nerdy's broadcast on Twitch. And I don't know if it causes problems doing a broadcast of a Playroom broadcast. I wouldn't think so, but I've never tried it, so I don't know what the limitations are. So if anybody knows, please let me know, because again, Nerdy will be broadcasting on YouTube. I don't know if DMK will be broadcasting. No, because he always has DMK do the alternate announcer position, BJ. So I'm thinking I'm gonna basically broadcast his broadcast, and his will be on YouTube, and I'll do it on Twitch. Because I don't want to take DMK out of his broadcaster spot. Ad block plus user. You know how long it's been since I've... Well, see, I actually think I turned ad block off on a couple of mine. I mean K-Push. Did I say DMK? I meant K-Push. I meant K-Push, not DMK. It's that K thing. It just throws me off. It's DMK push. DMK push. 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 Give birth, DMK. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for one last space blank. And again, we do not give you guys any hints on this until this timer hits all zeros. So it's basically, you guys just basically get to chat and guess, talk with each other. You guys might want to take a shot at the mystery word that is out there. For instance, S-Fox got the Undertaker figure from WrestleMania 15 sent to him because he actually simply used the word sombrero on air. Even though he misspelled it, I gave it to him because I actually caught it. If I hadn't caught it, I wouldn't have given it to him. But basically, the mystery word prize is a vault equivalent prize. Is basically how it goes. It's sort of like if you guys ever remember watching You Bet Your Life with Groucho Marx. And he'd have the duck come down with the $100 bill in it. And that's basically how we treat the mystery prize. I have a mystery prize already lined up. As soon as I remember which one. Oh, I know which one it was. It's not quite on vault level, but it's there. It's simply because if you guys don't participate, if you guys don't use it in conversation, it's not really a big super vault prize, but sometimes it is good. Did I get the vedette? No, the cadet actually went to Walrus, Norvis. Walrus beat you to it. Walrus beat you to cadet. Let me make sure. If you think you were first, you can say something and I will try to go back and check. I am using my Edge browser, so you'll have to bear with me. No, Walrus beat you to it. Walrus beat you to it, Norvis. He actually got that one fairly early. He got that early. I normally stick with Firefox because it doesn't hose up the computer. But this is one of those where I had so much stuff open. I just ran with Edge. Yeah, normally for me it is. Oh, I gotta get the timer going again. Duh. I keep forgetting if I don't have if I don't have this as my primary window on the PC, the timer actually stops. Normally it's Firefox for me. But today it was getting the suit and tie on. And getting a couple of games up and running. It was kind of like, I just go with what's quick to start. Because Firefox takes forever to load. I actually had to turn off ad block. Because ad block was literally slowing down my startup time. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try a new game. And it's based on... It's actually a learning game. So I'm going to warn you beforehand. I haven't loaded it yet, so it will take me a second to get it loaded once we get to it. But it is a game you can actually learn something on. It's not just really ridiculous, really hard trivia. It's based on history. If you guys remember the show History IQ, or if you've ever seen the game Backdate, it's centered around those. It's only centered around one round of History IQ at the moment, just because of what it involves. But it basically takes the wordplay game and converts it from words to dates. No, I have yet to figure out how to do Hitman, Chris. As you guys know, doing videos on this screen from this far away, like I said, if I had the camera about right here, I could work on something relating to Hitman. But as long as the camera's that far away, it screws the colors. That's one reason I haven't actually done any video bonus runs when we've done Cash Cab lately. It's simply because the last one I did that was any good was strictly black and white. And it's a pain because everybody hates the fact that when I'm actually on camera, even though I rarely am because I want this to be the star of the show, it's basically, even if I was sitting right here, you probably see about that much of me to get from there over. So well, let's see. I can't do it from this side. So that's one reason I kind of like being off camera, because I like actually standing. I spend too much time at the office sitting. And money, if you are here, which I know you're probably not, dude, if you ever want to talk about it, let me know. I know the feeling. Well, if you do see me, that's because I don't have the camera even where I want it yet, Chris, to get the colors working 100%. I literally have to have the camera no more than a foot from this screen. And if I had that camera a foot from this screen, you are not seeing any farther than probably this from the edge of the picture. Because for me to push it as far as I dare push it, I can move the camera forward about another 3 inches and you'll be able to see the correct colors for the most part, but the video still comes through like crap. Pardon my French, folks. I don't usually say that on air. But yeah, like I said, for instance, that's what I'm talking about, like the panel quiz game. I actually moved the camera a little bit closer because you can make out the colors. But when it comes to pictures and videos, I have to have that camera. This is not... PlayStation did not make this camera for state of the art. They did not make it for state of the art. So to do good videos on screen, you literally have to have your screen a foot away from the camera at most. I mean, at most. Ask Nerdy, because if you guys ever, when you're watching, he has people call in like he did tonight. Speaking of which, Budka, I know you're probably not watching, but you were absolutely hilarious. You play the damsel in distress very, very, very well. And Timmy, how do we know you're not the one that opened the sack when she saw daylight? That's a question. All she said was she saw daylight from the sack. We don't know who opened it. So your little space thing might have worked. It might have worked. You never know. But yeah, like I said, it's a difference between color and video. It is a huge difference between the two. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for the one last space blank, and I have not seen it. You guys had me playing catch up for the first 8, and then Joe finally got Space Elevator, and we have one more, Space Dragons. What show had a space? There was one show that did have a space dragon. I want to say it was an American cartoon show. I'm drawing a blank. It did actually have a space dragon. I keep doing that thing. I gotta quit that. That's the one reason I will never have my own show. And like I said, if anybody knows how I can get on public access channel here in Missouri, let me know. I want to try it just to see if I can get away with it. I just want to do like a test sample. Because I know we actually have one. Yeah, Rocket Robin Hood. Well, the funny thing was, when she said Robin Hood from Nottingham, because I have British family, it came through loud and clear to me. I knew exactly what she said, and Timmy could not understand her for the life of him. Oh, Space Ace is a good... I like this one. That one I like a lot. And again, guys, for those of you that don't know, apparently Hornhead put a clue to help Timmy out in this show tonight. I don't know where it is. I don't know when it's going to come up. I don't know if it has come up. Yes, it was a tough game. Oh, I did have another request. I have a friend that is looking for a specific game. And I'm hoping my dealer at the flea market has it, and I'll know Friday or Saturday. If you guys know where I can find a Legends of Camelot game, will you please let me know? I think my guy at the flea market might have it. Space dog barking. No, I do not have George's toy. Bubbles had one that looked like George's toy, but it wasn't as shiny. No, Space Ghost is already off, Rory. Right there at the top. It wasn't as shiny as George's. So again, ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for one last Space Blank, and we have not seen it. Like I said, you guys had me playing catch up for the first 8. Like, all I could do is look at the YouTube chat and say, what did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? And then we got the first 8. Number 9 came out fairly reasonably. I want to say number 10 came out about the 14-minute mark. And so far, number 9, nobody's been close on. No, well, I will say I had one person that was sort of close, but that's all I'll say. No, not Shadows over Camelot. I'm looking for Legends of Camelot. Yeah, I've seen them on Board Game Geek and eBay. I'm not paying those prices. Space Muppets. No, they're Space Russians show. They're not Space Muppets. They're Space Russians. I so wanted to steal that hashtag when I saw that. But Ginger was too quick on the draw. I so wanted to steal Muppet as a hashtag. And Ginger beat me to it like really, really quick. Yeah, that was the line of the night. I'm sorry, that was the line of the night. I'm not a Muppet, I'm Russian. Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, so like I said, if anybody finds Legend of Camelot, let me know. And like I said, I'm not talking about the eBay prices or the Game Board Geek prices. I'm looking for it complete for hopefully a bargain. I know it sounds harsh to say, but that's what I look for. I look for the bargains. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to ship stuff out to you guys like I do. I have decided, just to let you guys know. Yeah, that's the one I saw. Was Legend of Camelot on Amazon for like $100, and eBay was even worse. eBay was like $215. It's basically they jack up the prices so bad just to cover themselves. They basically take it where they won't sell it. Tim Spacer. Now it'd be cool if Nerdy could fit that into the, because I'm trying to remember when he does the intro. I don't think he extends out the word spacer. I don't think he does. I'm trying to remember because. Oh well, it kind of is, Chris. It kind of is, but it has to be pretty much 100% complete for $100 to me. It has to be complete and it has to be in like pristine condition. And like I said, I'm hoping, because I am going to go to the Toy Man show in December. I can't even remember who. Oh, the Gold Ranger from Power Ranger, RPM Power Rangers, is going to be at our next toy show. So if anybody's interested in signatures from him, let me know. Like I said, I couldn't get anybody interested in the. Well, I kind of got screwed with the Pinhead guy. Yeah, something more like Tim Spacer. Or wait. No, I would do the C longer. Tim Spacer. Yeah, I'd do the C longer. Probably me. Yeah, but was it complete lethal? That's the question. I saw one on eBay for $50, but it was they even said in the description it was missing stuff. In the description itself, it basically said there were a couple of pieces missing. because I got in a conversation with a friend, and we're looking for 4 possibles. We are looking for Nightmare, the game, with the VHS tape. We're looking for Sonic, Dungeons and Dragons, and Legend of Camelot. Those are the 4 we're looking for. And I'm hoping my guy has Legend of Camelot at the shop. He actually might have that one. And don't even ask what Dark Tower is going for in working shape. Because you know I am not paying for that from what they're asking. I will wait until I find flea market or secondhand shop, and then I'll buy the bits and pieces as I need it. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, we're down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds at number 9 so far, killing you guys. Well, the funny thing, Arlo, is, believe it or not, Nightmare 1, 2, 3, and 4, the video is actually on YouTube for all 4 of them. The video's on YouTube for all 4 of them. Because I didn't know there were 4. I thought there were only 2. But it's one of those things that I've talked about doing, is basically, since nobody really streams on Sunday, except maybe Harley and Mr. J, and I know Nerdy's talked about doing it, is basically clearing off the studio table and setting up a board game. Now, I'd have to pick one that can be played with you guys on that end, but I'm sure we can find something to do. Like I said, because I think I was talking about doing it months ago, just to get people watching the show. And I still might. It's just moving the studio stuff out of the way. I haven't seen that one yet. I haven't seen the Mad Magazine. I know there is one, but I haven't seen it yet. Well, see, right now, because like I said, it is screwy. It's like at one point I'd gotten away from board games, and then all of a sudden I see these board games that I remember as a kid, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if I could do this online, or if I could do this one online. And I don't mean playing the video game version. It's not the same. It's not the same. It was like a parody of Monopoly. I don't remember that one. It's like, like for instance, and you can play Monopoly the video game, which is okay. It does all the hard work for you. But it's not the same thing as actually having the money, having the car, having the dog in your hand. I mean, I'd probably do like the random dice roll thing. But I want to do like the board game. So it's basically I take down Bro's picture he sent me, take down the computer, take down some of the other stuff, and just put the board game here, and then set the camera looking down. And I still may do it at some point. Just for something to do on Sundays when I want to stream. I am going to try. I'm going to try to do some more in your own word streams. Until then, I know everybody else plays Jackbox, but I actually bought the In Your Words. Camelot, the build new. Yeah, it's actually fairly new. Or no. Camelot, no, it's not a new game. It's 1986, I think. All right, ladies. Hey, King Cozy, how are we doing? Or King Cozy. And I know somebody else says. Here we go. Mine doesn't smoke as much, so. I almost bought the Doctor Who Risk Stream game this weekend. Alright, we have hit the timer. I will tell you guys right now, for number 9, you have to think an old school video game. You have to think an old school video game. It's sort of like Jackbox, Chris, But it only has like, I think it only has like 6 players. Not think old school video game. In fact, think home computer video game. So we'll give you that much. Home computer video game. Nope, not console. I mean, there may have been a console version. But we are talking computer games. And if you guys know which computer I plug more than any other that I had as a kid, you know which computer. Huh?
Was it the C64?
Uh-huh.
I know what game that was. I played that.
I know you did. All right, so think Commodore. Nope, not Space War, not Space Harrier. Think Commodore 64. That's what it first came out for. I think it might have been adapted for 1 or 2 of the early consoles.
But that's where it was most popular.
But it is known for the Commodore 64. Nope, not Space Duel, not Space Simulator, not Space Flight. Alright, this would be a Commodore 64 game in today's world. There we go. Show got it. It is Space Taxi.
Hey, Taxi.
Hey, Taxi, exactly. As bad as that game was, I loved it.
I did too.
Just because I was really, really bad at it. I really was. I was horrible at that game, but I played it. To me, Space Taxi, Wizardry, Jumpman, Impossible Mission, and Bard's Tale. Those were the 5 must-haves you had to have if you owned a Commodore 64 or a 128. All right. Modern. I know. I was going to use the Uber hint, but I couldn't bring myself to do it. Show. I was going to use the Uber hint.
I would have said one level had a beach.
No, because Show says modern version is Space Uber.
Oh.
All right, bear with me 1 minute, guys, because I want to open up the game we're going to actually test run tonight. Oh, yeah, I loved Wizardry. I loved the game of Wizardry. To me, Wizardry was... I got some people that know what a Commodore 64 is, which has me very, very happy for the future. Stay a while. Stay forever. I think I only ever beat Impossible Mission like twice. I think I ever actually only beat it completely twice. Once I ran out a couple of times. A lot of times I would run out of time putting the puzzles together. And most of the other times I just died way too many times. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. With that, it is time to find out who our players are, because we've actually selected 3 players. And who our small prize winner is. And as always, we start with the player that has the most, and we actually have a tie at the moment. We have DMK with 2, Walrus with 2, Show with 2. So we're going to start with the Knuckleheads. And as Walrus took one of my favorite hard ones off, he got Space Heater. Let's find out if Space Heater is a winner. It is not. So Walrus 0 for 1. That leads us to the other Knucklehead. with Showcase, who got the 2 hardest ones on the list. And we're going to go with Space Elevator. It is not there. And for those of you that don't know, it's actually something that was created by Robert Heinlein, total science fiction, and the Japanese actually thought they could build a space elevator. They're still working on it, to be honest with you. And then we're going to go video game. Dizzy. I'm trying to remember. What was Dizzy? No, Paradroid. Paradroid, Andrew. I forgot Paradroid. Paradroid was absolutely fun. Let's see if Space Invaders. It is not Space Invader. I would have thought I would have gotten 1 by now. If not, we'll do it randomly and reselect it, but I'm pretty sure I picked all 3. All right, so we turn our attention back to Walrus, who got Space Cadet. Is Space Cadet our slot? Oh, it means I got a Canadian playing in the game at the moment, unless he wants to hand the slot over to somebody else. And we check out the other Space Canadian. Yeah, I called you the Space Canadian. For Space Taxi. Uh-oh, we got 2 Canadians playing in the game. But neither of the Canadians are actually prize winners tonight. And finally, we turn our attention to Space Ghost, who we actually have. Where's my Space Ghost figure? Right up here. We actually have Space Ghost up here. Nah, Leisure Suit Larry was not that good. Sorry, DMK. No winner, no slot for Space Ghost. Which means we have Sea Chicken, Rory, Fatality, and Chris. And we're going to start with Chris and the Space Case. No slot for Chris tonight. See, I forgot Paradroid. See, I expected Show to say Samantha Fox's Strip Poker. That's what I expected Show to say. But no, he let me down. He let me down. All right, so with that, we have 1 player slot, 1 prize slot for Rory, Fatality, and Sea Chicken. And we're going to check with Tuna first. I still like Douche Duck better. Why'd they go from Douche Duck to Tuna? Oh, and Douche Duck gets the small prize for game number 1. And that means the last slot for the player slot will go to either Rory or Fatality. Is it the spacewalk or the space shuttle? Now, if I was just picking an answer, I would hope it's the space shuttle, but I don't play favorites. It is spacewalk. So, Rory, you are my 3rd player for the closed game tonight. Hey, Fail, what's good? But before we do that, let's get the treasure chest opened for Douche Duck. As soon as I find the right one, there we go. I have so many windows open, it scares me. One of these days, Norvis, you know it'll happen. Like I said, just ask everybody that says, I haven't won yet, and then they win something right afterwards. It never fails. Like I said, Angela Law was basically, she came in and she's like, I never win, but I have fun playing. And what she does, she runs off like about 6 lists in a row and scores the prizes in like 6 straight lists. And like I said, there's still another chance because we are doing another list tonight. And we'll probably do another game because it is Thanksgiving weekend. Yes, officially it's the weekend. Oh, no, you need to play the 8-bit version, DMK. And I mean the original Wizardry version. It's always, to me, here's the thing. back in the day, when they had the 8-bit and the simple graphics, they knew how to make long-lasting games that you played the same levels over and over, and it still felt different. Wizardry, Jumpman, Donkey Kong. I'm trying to think. What's the other one? There's another one I'm trying to think of off the top of my head. Because believe it or not, Donkey Kong actually started as... No. Yeah, Maniac Mansion. That's the other one. And Paradroid. Like I said, I'm a big fan of Paradroid. I just forgot to mention it earlier. And like I said, I actually have a Commodore 64. I don't have the disk drive for it anymore. And I know either the power chip or the video chip on the 64 is out. If I can ever get my hands on another C64, I would buy it and I would stream it. I would hook it up to this TV and I would play a lot of the C64 games on stream. All right, Walrus. With that, my friend, I don't know how I ended up with 180 smalls, but somehow I did. Hey, Venom, how you doing, my dear? Like I said, you guys still have to save the pink me for me. That's the only one I'm begging for. Marco, I've got the other one. It's called In Your Words, or In Your Own Words. And I actually picked it up to play it. Everybody else was playing Jackbox, so I actually picked it up for the other ones. What did I say? Did I say Walrus? I thought I said Douche Duck. I'm sorry, Douche Duck. I missed. Well, see, like I said, I actually had... Let's see, where did it go? I may have tossed it because it just broke completely and I can't save it. I actually had a hard drive that had 6,247 C64 ROMs on it. And the drive croaked and I cannot save it. The boot drive is gone. And it's like, I'm so disappointed. All right, Sea Chicken going with treasure chest number 46. And for you, Douche Duck Tuna, you get... Oh, you get the... Wow, we're doing a lot of books lately. And I actually know I have this because I just put it up. I figure out where I put it down here. This is one I actually picked up at Contamination. It was like, it's a horror convention. But it is basically a signed copy. Whoop, there we go. Of the Almost Average Anthology. And it's just a series of short stories. Mostly tales of adventure. Because the funny thing is, even though it's a horror convention, which I didn't make this year, because there was nobody I really wanted to go see, I could have gone. It's like all the authors actually do like adventure writing. There was only like one girl that I remember talking to who did horror erotica. And I'm like, really? And she's like, yeah, it actually sells. And I don't mean like PG Twilight stuff. She wrote horror erotica, and I mean hardcore erotica. And she's like, yeah, her husband, she basically quit, I think, teaching to do to turn into a writer. No, not horrors, horror. As in Freddy's Ready, Freddy Krueger, that sort of thing. Now this is scary. I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4 piles of magazines and books that I have to ship out Saturday. So yeah, wrong type of horror. No hemp and erotica is lethal. And Nerdy and Jekyll's jaws just drop again right there at that statement. All right, so let's make sure. Walrus, Show, and Rory, are you guys here? Dear Vampire House. Is that a choice? No. Not horror. Horror. As in horror. Freddie, are you doing erotica streams again and not telling us? Damn it. Alright, Walrus is here. So we're looking for Show and Rory. Alright, Rory's here and I know Show's here. Alright, guys. This is a brand new game. I just finished making it. And yet it got a minimal amount of graphics. It does have a minimal amount of graphics, so you won't have to worry too much about that to start with. But it's based on the John Davidson version of Time Machine. See, now I know, see, that's disappointing. Just to show you guys what I mean about the camera difference. This is about 3 feet from the camera. I'm going to move it forward just a bit so you guys can see it. And you guys can see as I get closer, you can actually make out the details. But, as you guys can see, you can't see the entire screen. It's basically, I would have to be off the screen to do it. Alright, so we're going to put that back where it was. Kind of disappointing in that regards. But like I said, it's Sony's camera. We know how that goes. It's time to take a trip through the annals of history. As it's time to get a ride in the Time Machine. Alright, again, so this is an adaptation, sort of the UK show of Backdate and the US shows of Time Machine and History IQ. Now again, we're still working out the kinks, so bear with us on this. Yep. And the you guys have to read the instructions a little bit on this. Why are the instructions not coming up? They'll probably show up in about 10 seconds or 15 seconds. I hope. Let me make sure. Yeah, it should have already started, but it is not doing the instructions for some reason. Alright, but if you guys have seen the wordplay game, I've already got it down pretty much down to like bare minimum Arlo. Which is why it's always been a problem. I literally have the brightness on the screen down to like 3. That's how low I have the brightness set. But no, it's basically when the camera gets too far away from the screen, it kind of diffuses the colors. All right, so this is how the game works. As you can see on the board, we have a basic calendar. We have the months January, February, March, all the way through December. One player will be chosen, one of the three players, to pick a month. Trust me, DMK, they're down. They are like at the 3s and 20s. That's what they're down to. I have been fighting this ever since I first put this TV. If I put a computer monitor up, it works fine, but the TV screen doesn't. Yes, that's what it is, Arlo. The PS camera could use an ND filter. If they put an ND filter on the camera, I could set it up fine. See, I know my video work. That much I do know. What we're going to show you is a headline. Or a fake, it's basically occurrence in history. Okay? We will then show you 3 questions. So the 3 questions will go to Walrus, Show, and Rory. You may answer any one of the 3 questions. The first person to answer the question right will be player 1 on that board. The second player will be player 2. And then the third player will be player number 3. We will then show you 4 different items that occurred in history. Your goal, you 3, is to pick the item that happened in the same year as the primary headline. That's why I wish the rules were working, because it does have an example. And I will give you an example. Headline number 1 is Mickey Mantle claims his 3rd American League MVP. That would be the basic headline. Then we will give you 3 questions that relate to a word or topic in the headline. And again, you will each have to answer a question correctly, or at least 2 of them, because the third player will always be the third one that either doesn't get answered or if they answer incorrectly. It should make a lot of sense. Could you make it? I don't know. Well, not with where my camera's sitting, because the glass wouldn't stay. The glass definitely wouldn't stay if I tried it. So again, the months are just there to pick a category. Okay? Now I will tell you right now, you will only pick 11 topics between you. That's it, 11. The 12th month is basically for a tiebreaker situation. That's the only reason we'll have 12 picks. So player number 3, you'll actually only pick 3 questions. The other 2 players will pick 4. But that shouldn't really matter, because all the questions are toss-ups. So Walrus, with that, you get to choose the first month that we're going to reveal a headline for. So Walrus, which month would you like us to pick? Which month would you like us to pick? And again, folks, we will be doing a second list after this, just to make sure you guys know. All right, so Walrus is taking the month of December. And the colors are screwed up again, I know. All right, so the headline is, what year did the first Mardi Gras celebration in New Orleans happen? So that is the headline. First Mardi Gras celebration in New Orleans. Here are your 3 questions. Which Hall of Fame pitcher only signed a baseball scholarship with the University of Cincinnati after he found out they were going to travel to New Orleans? Question number 2. What is considered the main attraction of New Orleans Preservation Hall? And question number 3. What is the more familiar name of New Orleans 85 block Vieux Carré? So those are the 3 questions for Walrus, Show, and Rory to answer. You can answer any one of the three. First player to get one correct will be the first player on the board. And while we're waiting, I'm going to try to fix the colors a little bit. Which one is that, show? That's the question. So again, you got to get, because if you take the first one is French Quarter, doesn't do me any good. Funny thing is, I thought this was the right color. Yeah, that's not much better. There we go. We'll just go black and white for now. Number 3. Show says the familiar name of the Vieux Carré is the French Quarter. And it is indeed the French Quarter. Alright, so show, that means you will be player number 1 on this board. So Rory, Walrus, which Hall of Fame pitcher signed a baseball scholarship with the University of Cincinnati? There are some UK ones in here, trust me. It is a mix, Rory, because it is pretty much world history. And number 2 for Walrus, it is indeed all right, come on, mouse. It is indeed a jazz band. All right, so Walrus will have Show will have first choice. Walrus will have second choice. And Rory will have third choice. All right, I got to mark off which question doesn't get used because I always put it back in the prize pile or in the question pile. All right, so here are your 4 comparisons. We have the first Mardi Gras celebration in New Orleans. So, Show, you get to choose which of these 4 headlines you think happened in the same year as the main headline. Bolivia gained independence from Spain. English chemist John Walker invented wooden matches. Percy Shelley drowned while sailing off the coast of Italy. And a fire destroys the ancient Basilica of St. Paul outside the walls of Rome. So, Show, which of those 4 headlines do you believe happened in the same year that New Orleans had its very first Mardi Gras celebration? So again, Show gets first pick. Walrus will get second pick, and then Rory will get the third pick. If you are right, you get the points that were behind the month of December. All right, so Show says that a fire destroyed the ancient Basilica of St. Paul, which actually occurred in 1823. So Show says it's 1823. All right, Walrus, which one do you believe it is? You have to choose one of the 3 that Show did not choose. The first Mardi Gras celebration in New Orleans. Again, we're not going to show you the year. All right, Walrus says Percy Shelley died the same year. That is 1822. All right, Rory, your choices are Bolivia gained independence from Spain or John Walker invents wooden matches. All right, Rory says the matches, which occurred in 1827. So again, if the first Mardi Gras celebration occurred in 1823, Show gets it. If it occurred in 1822, Walrus gets it. If it occurred in 1827, Rory gets it. And the correct answer is... And come on. Nope, it doesn't want to come off. Hold on. Do it this way. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. It actually occurred in 1827. It actually occurred, the first New Orleans Mardi Gras occurred in 1827, which means Rory scores. So, and Bolivia actually gained independence from Spain in 1825. They actually got it in 1825, which means Rory on the board with 20 points. And because you got it correct, you get to choose the next number or next month. So Rory, we have January through November. And like I said, I kind of like this because this is actually kind of it's one of those where, as I tell you guys, I like to educate a little as well as entertain. Google's wrong. Bolivia, 1825. I have 5 sites that agreed with me, fail. I have 5 sites that basically says 1825. All right, Rory going to go with March. All right, British naval victory is assured as the HMS Victory first launches from a British port. All right, your 3 questions. Since its discovery on September the 2nd, 1985, sales of Revell's models of this ship have risen 500%. What was the name of the first steamship to sail across the Atlantic? And who was the captain of Darwin's ship, the HMS Beagle, who subsequently became governor of New Zealand? I got, like I said, fail. I got 4 sites that all said 1825. And that's what I was basing it on. I don't base it on what Google says. I don't base it on Wikipedia says. The USA Show. Show says number 3 is Fitzroy. Let me check because I don't show it unless we're right. Show, you are 100% correct. It is Fitzroy. But yeah, I don't use Google or Bing or Wikipedia. It's basically, I find sites that are basically are more specific. All right, so Show will have first choice again, but as we saw, first choice isn't always right. Walrus says number 1 is the Titanic. And Walrus, you would be 100% correct. It was basically, the remains of the Titanic were salvaged September 2nd, 1985. And that leaves question number 2 for March. Because again, these will go back in the pile. All right, so Show, you have first choice. Yeah, but he didn't put the number with it if he put it first. I'm going by what I'm looking at on the PlayStation chat at the moment. So here are your 4 headlines. Pope Clement XIV proclaims a universal jubilee. The gateway to the West is opened as St. Louis is founded as a French trading post. Philadelphia opens the first ever North American medical college. And Los Angeles is founded by 44 Spaniards at the Bay of Smokes. All right, show. So again, you have to pick the one you think happened in the same year as the year the HMS Victory first launches from a British port. All right, so show says Philadelphia opens the first medical college, which happens in 1765. So Philadelphia opened the first North American medical college in 1765. Walrus. We have 3 headlines left. Which of those 3 do you believe happened in the same year HMS Victory first launched? All right, Walrus says it happened in 1769. And Rory says it happened the same year Los Angeles was founded, which was 1781. A big gap there on that one. A very big gap. Ladies and gentlemen, the HMS Victory first launched from a British port in 1765. So Show gets it 100% right. And that's headline number 2 is not used. And with that, Show, you score 10 points. 104, no, actually 114, I think. 114, I think. It actually had 10 guns on its first launch that were removed. All right, Show. With that, my friend, you get to choose the next month off the board. All right, you guys are gonna give me a moment. I gotta do a quick commercial. I gotta go check something, and I will be right back.
Hello. Altus. Everybody, it's Thursday, so say yay. It's time to get crazy with Dr. J. Kick it with magic hands, Bob and Nurse Enema. Does affect the crew, sending an erected Pikachu, drawing pictures and arms working and bursting into some flames, shooting off fireworks. Kick, this ain't a game. Don't try this at home, cause it is insane unless you got a patient 217 with a defective brain. But don't worry though, he watching the Dr. Jekyll show. Who knows how far he will go? I mean, we'll never know. He's always got something crazy hidden right up his sleeve. And even on the trumpet safe when it's time to bleed. They got the machete swinging, whatever change he's bringing. Fuck, shit, fuck. I gotta watch what I say when I'm on the show, or I'm getting hit with coins from head to toe. Are you ready? Cause I'm ready, let's get it started. Right after a few bars and a hook, then it's a party. Get a drink, take a seat, and let your head meet me. The Dr. Hour for about an hour. So go and get ready for Dr. Jekyll. It's time he's finally here. Dr. Jekyll. Right after some long ass song. Dr. Jekyll. Just listen to
Yeah, it was quiet up here. Sorry about that, guys.
and watch.
I started to worry what bubbles we left to.
Dr. Jekyll. I don't know what the fuck to say. Dr. Jekyll. But that rhymes, right? Dr. Jekyll. 2 times around, right? Dr. Jekyll. Lots
I gotta remember to figure out how to add like more than just 3 videos.
Dr. Jekyll. And still Dr. Jekyll.
No, it's actually Freddy, Fail.
Alright, we're good now.
It's actually Freddie. I gotta remember how to change the videos because I got averages I haven't done in forever. Alright, so with that, show. You got that one correct. You get to choose the next month off the calendar. What month would you like, show? And right now, Rory is still in the lead, 20-10. All right, we're going to go with October. All right, the first photograph of the moon is taken. So here are your 3 questions. And again, as you guys can see, all the questions will relate some way back to the topic. Mars has 2 moons. Phobos is 1. What is the other? Where on the moons did astronauts Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin land in 1969? And what is the largest moon of Saturn? So those are your 3 questions for this board. Walrus is 100% correct. Number 1 is Deimos. Rory, 100% correct. Number 3 is... All right, so October. Damn it. Freaking... All my pens are drying. That's what I had to go run up and grab was the other pen. And this one's no good. All my pens are croaking. Alright, so question number 2 will not be taken. And it means Walrus will have first choice. Rory will have second choice. Show will have third choice for this headline. The first photograph of the moon is taken. Does it happen the same year Charles Thurber patents a typewriter? Does it happen the same year Canada defeats USA by 23 runs in the first ever international cricket game? Does it happen the same year the Great Lakes steamer Erie sinks off of Silver Creek, New York, killing 300? Or does it happen the same year the first Opium War begins in China? Walrus, which of those 4 headlines do you believe happens the same year the first photograph of the moon is taken? No, I said Freddie. I didn't say fatality. I did make sure I got the right voice on that one. Yeah, I know. I got... Well, see, these are the ones like from The Office, so they're like freebies. And it's like every other one works right and every other one bombs out. So, Walrus, this is the headline. Which of these 4 happened in the same year? Alright, Walrus says the typewriter is patented. The first typewriter is patented in 1843. Rory, you have 3 other headlines. Rory says it is when the first Opium War happens in China, which takes place in 1839. So, Show, you got 2 choices left. The first photograph of the moon is taken. Does it happen the same year Canada defeats the USA? Or does it happen the same year the Erie steamer sinks? Show says it is pardon me. Number 3, which occurs in 1841. So, did the first photograph of the moon get taken in 1843, 1841, or 1839? Ladies and gentlemen, the first photograph of the moon was taken in 1839, which means Rory scores it, because the first Opium War began in 1839. Rory on the board again. And we go back to the calendar. And with that, Rory scores another 20 points. Now, I didn't say from the moon's surface. I said of the moon. It said of the moon fail. Hey, Cast, how we doing? All right, Rory. Which one would you like to choose next? Now, the question was, when was the first photos of the moon taken? Big difference. I know. All right, Rory going to go with July. The mouth of the Congo River is discovered. The mouth of the Congo River is discovered. So here are your 3 questions about rivers. The Congo River actually changes its name along its course. By what name is it known while it's in the country of Zaire? Australia's longest permanently flowing river, also the surname of Jan and Anne. And this major Swiss lake is actually simply a widening of France's Rhone River. So the Congo River actually changes its name along its course. By what name is it known when it flows through the country of Zaire? Australia's longest permanently flowing river, also the surname of Jan and Anne. And this major Swiss lake is actually a widening of France's river. And show is 100% correct. It is Lake Geneva. So we have the name of the Congo River as it flows through the Zaire, and Australia's longest permanently flowing river. Now, just to let you guys know, this format of questions will be a lot of the newer stuff. Once I get them all, once we use up a lot of the older questions. Oh, Walrus! I can't give it to you. I can't give it to you like that. Try it again. There we go. The Australians would hate me if I took Murray for Murray. It is the Murray River, or Murray River. All right, so again, Show will have first choice, Walrus second, Rory third choice. And here are your 4 headlines. The Congo River mouth is discovered. Is it the same year William Caxton reprints his translation of Aesop's Fables? Is it the same year the Queen of Cyprus, Catherine Cornaro, is forced to abdicate her throne by order of Venice? Is it the same year Vlad III becomes the ruler of Wallachia for the 3rd time by defeating Basarab Leota? I can't say that name. Or is it the same year the Duke of Bavaria declares the German beer purity law, which says that beer can only be made from 3 ingredients: water, malt, and hops. So, Show, which one of those 4 happened in the same year the mouth of the Congo River is discovered? And like I said, I kind of want to put a timer on this to prevent Googling. But that's a lot of choices to actually Google. Alright, show says it is the year William Caxton reprints the Fables, which happens in 1484. Walrus says it is the same year the beer purity law is passed, which happens in 1487. And Rory, since you came in third, but Walrus didn't choose yours, I will let you take number 2, which is the year of the Queen of Cyprus, which is 1489. What year was the mouth of the Congo River discovered? Ladies and gentlemen, it was I hate this. It doesn't do the touch on the slide. 1484, which means Show gets it right this time. The mouth of the Congo River was actually discovered in 1484. They discovered the river in 1482, but they didn't follow it to the mouth until 2 years later. And with that, Show scores 10 more points. So Show with 10 more points on the board, but Rory still holds the lead. All right, Show, you get to choose the next month off the board. So yeah, like I said, I kind of like this one. It does have its flaws, obviously. There is no timer on it, which I really would love to be able to enforce. But because I never know how the chat is going to go, it's kind of hard to do. Like I said, the Congo is weird because the Congo they actually discovered inland and then followed it to the mouth. All right, Show going to go with the month of May. And the headline is, Azerbaijan Soviet Socialist Republic absorbs the Soviet state of Nakhchivan, if I say that right. So, that's the headline. Your 3 questions are obviously about the Soviet Union. Salyut was the Russian version. What was the American equivalent? Soviet citizens called it the Great Patriotic War. And this was the official national airline of the Soviet Union. So those are your 3 questions, ladies and gentlemen. Which of those 3 can you guys answer? And again, give them suggestions, ideas. I would say throw an answer out there, but don't put a number with it. That way, if they want to steal it, they got to figure out which one you're giving them. Make them earn it. So, Salyut was the Russian version. Nope, Red, it was not Space Lab. Rory, you are 100% correct. It was World War II. And Show steals number 1 from Walrus. It was Skylab, not Space Lab. Alright, so with that, Rory has first choice. Show will have second. Walrus will have third choice. And here are your 4 headlines. Estonia bans the Communist Party. The Black Sox trial begins in Chicago. Happy Birthday to You was published by Clayton Sonny. And Vancouver, British Columbia orders drivers to drive on the right-hand side of the road. So, Rory, you have first choice. Which of these four headlines occurred in the same year that Azerbaijan absorbed the Soviet state of Nakhchivan? Again, if I can even say the Soviet state right. Nakhchivan. I need that Russian Muppet. Where's that Russian Muppet? All right, Rory says it is when Estonia bans the Communist Party, which occurs in 1925. Believe it or not, like I said, that one, Estonia bans the Communist Party and later becomes part of the Soviet Union. Show says it was when the Chicago Black Sox trial started, which was 1921. And Walrus says it was when Happy Birthday was first published, which occurred in 1924. I gotta fix the colors on these, that's for sure. The correct answer, ladies and gentlemen, is 1924. Azerbaijan officially took over that in 1924. And yes, number 4 is actually a thing, according to my sources. So with that, show, or no, I said 1924. Walrus takes it. Walrus takes it and scores another 10 points. All right, Walrus. You get to choose the next Hey, Rob, how we doing, my friend? What is good? You know, Dr. Rock, one of these days you got to actually play to try to win those Kiss pieces, right? All right, well, we're going to go with the month of January. Squeaky fails to assassinate the president and apologizes by saying, "I'm sorry I missed." Question number 1. What was Squeaky's real name? Question number 2. Which U.S. president did Squeaky try to assassinate? And question number 3. Of whom did Squeaky say they were a follower and a disciple to? So that is your 3 questions. Squeaky fails to assassinate the President of the United States. Apologizes by saying, "I'm sorry I missed." So what was Squeaky's real name? Which U.S. president did Squeaky try to assassinate? And of whom did Squeaky say they were a follower and disciple to? Squeaky is known as Lynette Fromm, and she was a follower of the man that just died, thankfully, Charles Manson. So, show, you will have first choice of the following headlines. Did it happen the same year Ali won the Thriller in Manila? Did it happen the same year the spacecraft lands on Mars for the first time? Did it happen the same year California passed the first ever no-fault divorce law? Or did it happen the same year India became the 6th nation to have a successful atomic bomb test? So those are your 4 choices. Show, you have the first choice. Ali wins the Thriller in Manila. Spacecraft lands on Mars for the first time. California passes their first no-fault divorce law. All right, Show is taking the Thriller in Manila, which happened in the year 1975. Walrus, you have three possible news headlines left. Which one do you think it might be? Spacecraft lands on Mars for the first time. California passes its first ever no-fault divorce law. All right, Walrus says it is the same year India has a successful bomb test, which is 1974. And Rory says it is when California passes the divorce law, which is 1970. Ladies and gentlemen, Squeaky Froman attempted to assassinate Gerald Ford in 1975 when Ali won the Thriller in Manila. So Show on the board again. And with that, Show, you score 15 points. But you are still in second place. You are still in second place. All right, Show. We got 5 possible questions left. Which of those 5 would you like? Is it 76 or 74? I can't remember off the top of my head. It might have been 76. I try not to memorize these because this is one of those where I basically grabbed all the information, stuck it in a file, and ran with it. So right now, Rory's at 40, Show is at 35, Walrus is at 10. Their first test was actually in 74. But yeah, they went haywire in the 90s because them and Pakistan were pretty much almost in a state of war. And it was even worse. It was just as bad in 74. All right, Showtime taking June. And here is the June question, or the June headline and questions. Come on, computer. There we go. Slavery is abolished in the country of Chile. So here are your 3 questions. What was discovered in Chile following their independence from Spain to help boom their economy? The word slavery comes from these Eastern Europeans who were often enslaved by conquerors. And in 1641, this colony was the first of the original 13 U.S. colonies to authorize slavery within its borders. So those are your 3 toss-up questions. What was discovered in Chile following their independence from Spain that helped boom their economy? The word slavery comes from these Eastern Europeans who were often enslaved by conquerors. And in 1641, Massachusetts officially authorized slavery. And Show... No, not the Slovaks. Wait, let me make sure if I got it how I got it written down. Nope. not Slovaks. I had to look and see how I had number 2 written. Nope, not Slovakians. Let me think. Rory's still here, game time. Rory's still here. He's letting them take the question on the category so far, which is a strategy. Which is a possible strategy. There we go. I can take Slavic. Slavic or Slavs. They were not the Slovakians. They were the Slavs. All right, so Show has number 1. Rory has number 2. Because officially, as a unit, they were known as Slavs, not Slovakians. All right, slavery is abolished in China. Show. Did it happen the same time the HMS Beagle was launched? Was it happened when Elizabeth Blackwell, the first woman to receive a medical degree in the United States, is born? Is it the same year that Visit from St. Nicholas is first published? Or is it the same year Boston, Massachusetts is incorporated as a city? So which of those 4 headlines happened the same year slavery was abolished in Chile? So again, Show, you have first choice, Rory will have second choice, and Walrus will have third choice. And again, if you guys don't pick the right year or the right headline, then nobody gets the points on the board. All right, Show says it happened when the Visit from St. Nicholas, which occurred in 1823. Rory says it's the same year Boston was incorporated, which occurred in 1822. And Walrus says it was when Elizabeth Blackwell was born, which happened in 1821. All right, ladies and gentlemen, slavery was abolished in the country of Chile. I'm probably going to have to start sitting down, and I don't want to. There's my mouse. In 1823, which means Show gets it right. Slavery was abolished in Chile the same year that the Visit from St. Nicholas was first published. And with that, Show, you score 5 points, which means right now, Rory and Show are currently tied. Rory and Show are currently tied at 40 points. All right, Show. We have February, April, August, September, and November. You might have to start answering questions, Rory. 25 would be the max. 25 would be the max. All right. And it's all, the scores are done randomly, so there may not be a 25 up there. I don't know. Pope Paul III opens the Council of Trent, considered the embodiment of the Counter-Reformation. So here are your 3 questions. A new copy of this ring is made for each pope and the old one destroyed to prevent forgeries. This Pope is the one who asked Michelangelo to paint the Sistine Chapel ceiling, and celebrating the 200th anniversary of its ascent in 86, it's 1986, ex-climber Pope John Paul II blessed this highest European peak. So these are the three questions. What is the name of the ring that a new copy is made of for every pope? It is the Fisherman's Ring. So Show taking the first one. So Rory and Walrus. This pope is the one who asked Michelangelo to paint the Sistine Chapel, and celebrating the 200th anniversary of its ascent in 1986, ex-climber Pope John Paul II blessed this, the highest European peak. And I will be honest, the reason I like this game is because the questions are going to pretty much come from around the world. The headlines are going to come from around the world. This is not a game that's going to be Canadian-centric. It's not going to be US-centric. It's not going to be UK-centric. As you guys have seen, we've had ancient war battles. We've had popes. We've had rivers. What else did we have that I've forgotten already? Birth dates. You forgot what to do. So we are waiting for Walrus and Rory to answer one of these two questions. Which pope asked Michelangelo to paint the Sistine Chapel ceiling? And in 1986, ex-climber Pope John Paul II blessed this, the highest European peak, celebrating his 200th anniversary of the climb. Nope, not Elbrus. I thought everybody knew the highest peak in Europe. If there was one that wasn't going to be picked, I would have said number 1 or number 2. Number 3, I thought everybody knew. Nope, not Pope John Paul, Rory. You got to think a little further back in history for that one. Michelangelo wasn't around for Pope John Paul. I don't think he was. Which pope asked Michelangelo to paint the Sistine Chapel and celebrating the 200th anniversary of its first ascent in 1986? Ex-climber Pope John Paul II blessed this, the highest European peak. Keep your eyes up there and paint. There we go. Walrus taking number 3 is Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc is the highest peak in Europe, and that is the one that Pope John Paul II actually blessed. All right, so Show, you will have first choice of these headlines. Mary Stuart becomes Queen Mary I of Scotland when she is 6 days old. The Holy Roman Emperor Charles V recognizes Christian III as the King of Denmark. Religious reformer Martin Luther dies. And La Paz, the capital of Bolivia, is founded. So Show, which of those happened in this same year Pope Paul III opened the Council of Trent, considered the embodiment of the Counter-Reformation movement? All right, show says it is when King Christian III is recognized, which happened in 1544. The Council of Trenton, New Jersey. All right, Walrus. 1544 is off the board. We know the other three are different years. Pope Paul III opens the Council of Trent. Did it happen the same year Mary Stuart becomes Queen Mary I of Scotland? Does it? He says it's when religious reformer Martin Luther dies, which is in 1546. So, Rory, your two remaining choices. Mary Stuart becomes Queen Mary I when she's 6 days old. Or La Paz, the capital of Bolivia, is founded. Rory says it is La Paz, which occurred in 1548. Pope Paul III opened the Council of Trent in 1544. He opened it in 1544, which means show scores again. And with that show, you score 25 points. There's the 25-pointer to put the show in the lead by 25. All right, show. We have February, April, September, November. And I'm going to tell you right now, we just hit the hour mark on the game, so this will be the last one on the board. February, April, September, and November. Show going to go for September. There is a time limit on this one, and I forgot to mention that. The movie Wild Wild West wins the Golden Raspberry Award for the worst film. So here are your three questions. They are about three of the stars of the movie. What was the first movie Kevin Kline was in? Which movie did Will Smith say he turned down to do the Wild Wild West movie? And of the three films in the Mariachi trilogy starring Antonio Banderas, which one did Selma Hayek not participate in? Nope, not Silverado. What was Kevin Kline's first movie? Which movie did Will Smith say he turned down in order to do the Wild Wild West? And of the three films in the Mariachi trilogy starring Antonio Banderas, which one did Selma Hayek not participate in? Rory, you are 100% correct. Will Smith turned down Wild Wild West to star, or he turned down The Matrix to star in Wild Wild West. And Walrus taking El Mariachi. It is the one that Selma Hayek did not participate in. All right. So the question is, or the subject is, the Wild Wild West wins the Golden Raspberry Award for the worst film. Does it occur in the same year Susan Lucci ends her 19-year run of nominations by winning an Emmy for All My Children? Is it the same year Pope John Paul II asked God for forgiveness for the inactivity and silence of Roman Catholics during the Holocaust? Is it the same year the Russian Oscar-class submarine K-141 Kursk explodes in the Barents Sea? Or is it the same year that BP announces that it will build a $600 million platform offshore of Trinidad? So, Rory, you have first choice. Wild Wild West wins the Golden Raspberry Awards for the worst film. Does it happen the same year that Susan Lucci finally wins an Emmy for all my children? Is it the same year Pope John Paul II asked God to forgive Roman Catholics for their silence? Rory says it is the same year BP announces it will build a $600 million platform, which occurred in 2001. Hey, Game Time, well, I greatly appreciate it, my friend. Please make sure you also follow us on our Twitch channel. We do the Twitch on Saturdays. Walrus says it is the year Pope John Paul asked for forgiveness, which occurs in... Bear with me, my computer's acting up again. 1998. Show? You have Susan Lucci ends her run of 19 years of nominations for finally winning an Emmy, or the Oscar-class submarine K-141 Kursk of the Russian Navy explodes in the Barents Sea. The show says it is number 3, which occurs in the year... It did say 2000, just to let you know. My computer is acting up right now. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, The Wild Wild West won the Golden Raspberry for the worst film of the year in 2000. And with that, show takes it with the final question of the hour. We went 5 minutes over. Yeah, this one does have a time limit on it. And show with the extra 15 points. Show takes it 80. Rory with 40. Walrus with 10. So congratulations, Show. You have just taken the first ever game of Time Machine. And like I said, this is one of those that will have a timer on it when it's run, because it is a closed game, and I can knock it down fairly quickly. So guys, let me know what you think about that one. Let me know how you like it or didn't like it. Like I said, I will be honest. I am a huge fan of it because it is actually pretty easy for me to put together. I just have to go pick four headlines out of history that are really close in a timeline situation, and I run with it. And then I just have to find like 3 questions that are related to the original headline. All right, Red, or not Red, Show. I saw thanks, Red, and I'm like, Red, Show, with that, we need a number for you between 1 and 170. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing the second list of the evening. But we're going to do a quick break game so I can get something to drink poured. And like I said, if I had it written better, I would show off the Riddler's puzzle, but I don't have it written better. All right, Show gonna go with treasure chest number 42. The answer to the life, universe, and everything. And for Show to go with his Gundam model and his Chun-Li figure, he gets Nearest. Oh, let me go find her. This is one set of prizes I've been meaning to move up. That's Dax. That's Troy. That's the board. Must be the last one. Hold on. Oh, there she is. So for you, show from the Star Trek Collector Series. See, I told you guys, Star Trek much better than Star Wars. You get Neris, who is also, I don't know, is she drunk? Yep, she's slightly drunk as well. But she comes with, what does she come with? She comes with a Bajoran phaser, a Bajoran tricorder, a Bajoran pad, and a Bajoran action base. So Neris is now yours. So congratulations. There we go. Bajoran Edition Star Trek Collector Series. So we are actually down to 3, 4, 5. I think we're down to 6 Star Trek figures. I think that's all we're down to for those. So little French lady, I'm starting to wonder about your boy. Starting to wonder about your boy now. Is he having a thing for female figures? Because he's also got the Chun-Li figure. Oh, Phil, you and me gonna have fighting words. And he has the Gundam figure. Phil, you and me gonna have fighting words over that one. Just to warn you. Alright, so we're going to drop these guys in with little French lady Cycle and her Ophidian gang. And like I said, guys, your package is getting large, so I'm not sure yours is going to actually get out this Saturday. But I am going to try. I'm not making any promises in that regard. But I am going to try to get those out this Saturday. Alright, so with that, I need to get some adult beverage in my throat so I can talk again. No. Star Wars is good. Star Trek is great. Them's the rules. Them's the rules. Oh, I won't argue about Firefly. I like Firefly. But you gotta remember, if there weren't a Star Trek, there would not be a Firefly. Just remember that. Even Josh Whedon said that. He basically said if there had never been a Star Trek, there would have never been a Firefly. And then after this, ladies and gentlemen, we'll do a list and then we'll see what else we'll add tonight. Because like I said, I'm in a good mood. I'm off tomorrow. As long as they don't call me from the office. And this is one of those guys where I'm going to apologize for the picture. Because the picture is pretty damn bad. And this is one of those where the brightness and contrast just don't help. And I don't mean they don't help at all. And again, guys, if you haven't watched the archive, please catch Tim's Pacers tonight. It was absolutely hilarious with all the technical difficulties. Not to mention, I was thrilled by the fact that Tim was still suffering the effects of the venom after a week. Because if you think about it, he became the Mind last week, and he still didn't have his voice back today. Don't forget, guys, catch Dr. Jekyll tomorrow. Norvis, Eight-Legged Creatures, Venom Girl, Spider Girl, they will be tomorrow. Mr. J and Harley will be back on Sunday. Nerdy will be on Friday. Who am I forgetting? Ron will be on Friday. Ron's either Friday or Saturday. I kind of lose track of which days he's doing. Spaceman Steve or Public Access 66, because I think he's still on Sister Barbara. Average Ninja. Who am I forgetting that's been streaming lately? The Listwitz Cup will be Saturday. And again, guys, I haven't seen anybody give me any advice on Saturday. Because again, my plan is I'm going to try to stream Nerdy Stream on Twitch. But I don't know if anybody says it actually works or not. So it's basically going to be a stream of a streamer. Because like I said, I'm not going to take K-Push's announcing slot from Nerdy, and I'm going to do my own version of the announcing on the Twitch channel. Hey, you here? How are we doing, my friend? What's good? And so just to let you guys know, Saturday, depending on how long the Listwitz Cup goes, we may not actually stream Saturday. Because, again, once it's won, I got to get in touch with all the 3 participant winners. And that's going to take a bit of time. So Saturday will be one of those off-the-wall nights. Depending on how long the Listwitz Cup goes, we may not be streaming a normal game show Saturday night. And like I said, right after this, we will be doing another list. You still think the answer is you? Well, everybody looks up to you. You're up in that tundra, up in Knucklehead land. And if you guys haven't seen a large number of the prizes that are going out, check my Instagram account. Check Nerdy's. He's got one post. He's got 10 of the photos. That shows a bunch of the stuff. I think the only one he didn't include were the second and third place only prizes. Hey, Pliskin, your alarm clock's going off. Just to warn you. Hit the snooze button once or twice. Alright, I gotta get ready for the next list. And I did pick up my Battlefront game today, so I'm going to install that after the show tonight. So I will be ready to play tomorrow. I might be ready to play tonight, depending on how long it takes to install. Because I do have to figure out what I'm deleting. I don't have space. So I'm thinking GTA is going to end up coming off. I think GTA is going to finally come off. Is that the pin I've been looking for? Ooh, I think that's the pin I've been actually looking for. And I know I have not been on camera tonight because basically I've been sitting in the office all day and sitting is killing me today. It's like exhausting. And no, I don't do a lot of direct talking. Yeah, the problem is I think all my downloaded games, War Dog, are the smaller ones. Well, like I said, Joe, after I install it today or tonight, I'm gonna actually start playing it tonight. So if you guys are playing, look me up, Professor Von Quizzlestein, and let me know. Because I'm keeping Just Cause 3 on there, just because I'm so far into that one that I don't want to delete it. But I think that's like the last large one I have. But the worst part was I was going to grab my card that Bubbles bought me for my birthday, and all I was going to do was go in and buy this and head out. And then what do? I buy Pops. It's like, Oh, I forgot I've got DC Universe on there. I may have to delete that one, but I don't remember how big it is. I'm not ready to delete Fortnite yet. I like Fortnite and Killing Floor too much, because there's like 3 people I play Killing Floor with in particular, and we always party chat when we play. So I'm not ready to get rid of Killing Floor or Fortnite yet. But yeah, let's see. What did it? Golf Club can probably come off. DC Universe will probably come off. I'm reluctant to delete the Star Trek MMO, but I haven't played that in so long, so I need to get a new drive, a new external drive is what I need. Hey, game, how we doing, my friend? But yeah, I got a few that can probably come off. It's just a question of which ones. All right, while that's going. Oh, Walrus, you were the one that said 200 pages. It's actually 2 pages. It's actually 2 pages. If you flip the book upside down and put it back in, it goes from page 1 to page 1. So it was actually only 2 pages on that question. See, I don't do sports games anymore. I don't do sports games anymore. That's too long. Let's find a nice short question we can give you guys while we're letting this go. King Tut died 120 years after King Eros was born. Their combined ages when they died was 100 years. King Eros died in the year 40 BC. In what year was King Tut born? See, this is why the mind trap questions don't really work. Because that takes a lot of thought. That takes a lot of thought. When I bought this, I actually only pulled, because I basically looked at it to make sure that the questions were usable. But I goofed. I only looked at like the first question, which was a good one that I could have used for the show. See, every so often I find a good one I can actually use. Nope, not 94. It's actually 20 BC. See, every so often I find one I can actually use, And it's like, okay, that made it worth it. And then I look at the next 2 or 3, and it's like, not so good. No, the actual answer is a cloud. Wart Dog actually got that one right. Nicely done, Wart Dog. And because we actually ran the game all the way through, Wart Dog. With that, we're going to let you take a number off the vault. That's our one rule. We try to give you guys as many chances to take numbers off the vault as we can, since we've kind of gotten away from bonus games. So, Wart Dog, first and foremost, you get to remove one of the incorrect numbers from the vault. Which row, Wart Dog, would you like me to pull a bad number from? No, you gotta pick before you go with all the ones, because if I happen to remove a 1 for an incorrect number, then that number won't count. So we have the red row, the blue row, the white row, and the green row. Which number would you like me to remove an incorrect number from? No. We won't pull it. We won't necessarily pull a 6 off. We will pull a random number off based on the row you choose. So basically, you give me red, blue, white, or green. All right, so you want one of the incorrect numbers coming off of row 3. All right, so with that, Wart Dog, coming off of row 3, we do know that the number that is not in the combination is the 2. Hey, SG, what's good, my friend? We know that the 2 is not the third number in the combination. So now, based on the numbers that are still on the board, we need you to give me a 4-digit combination that you think will open the vault. All right, Wart Dog, he's sticking with his all ones. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the combination to the vault tonight. 1, 1, 1, 1. Let's find out. No, it is not all ones. So the vault remains closed for a little bit longer. Yeah, right. So I can close one slideshow out. That'll save some space in memory. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as promised, we are going to go with 2 lists tonight. And like I said, I don't think these lists are that hard. I don't think these lists are that hard tonight, but there are a lot of possible answers, just to warn you. That's the bad pen. That's the good pen. Well, I gotta get it installed, Lethal. I haven't even opened it yet. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, if you guys want to do a party invite beforehand, I will be available. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for list number 2 of the evening. List number 1, we had space. Well, I figured what could be more appropriate considering a lot of things that happened today than to go with moon phrases. We are looking for words and phrases that contain the word moon. And again, if I had to pick one, I will say number 10 and number 2. Moon phase, moon pie. I'm mad because I couldn't fit it in here. But lethal on the board first with the moon walk. Over the moon, moon rock. Full moon, moonbeam, moon dust. Cow jumped over the moon. Moonlinating. I think Walrus needs his spell checker checked. Blue moon, moon landing. Over the moon. Oh, and number 9. I think number 9 will be very hard. And there's a reason I think number 9 will be very hard. All right, Rory, have yourself a good one, my friend. And Singing Gamer 100% right. You knew I had to put Dark Side of the Moon on there. You knew I had to put Dark Side of the Moon on there. Now, my question is, SG, if you win, do you actually claim your prize? Like I said, I had to put one of yours back in the prize pile. But I will say number 2, number 9, and number 10. Eric on the board with moonshine. Eric getting the moonshine. Man in the Moon, a good one, but not there. Half moon, nope. Red moon, nope. Quarter moon, nope. Winter moon, all good phrases. But there are, I will tell you right now, I basically have one site I use to grab these phrases. There were a lot. And there were a lot of good ones that I basically passed on. Number 2 actually did not come from the website. I don't think number 5 did, and I know number 9 didn't. And I think number 10 may not have. Walrus getting the blood moon. But yeah, I'm going to tell you guys right now, number 9 will be hard. I will say number 2 I think is kind of tough. Number 3 is tough. Number 9 and number 10 are tough. Number 7 is hard, but I don't think it's tough. Number 5 I will say is hard. I really like this list. It's not one of my favorite lists, but I think it's hard. You did say Blood Moon? Hold on, let me look. Let me look. If you did SG, I will give you credit. Oh, you did. You did, my friend. I did miss that one. Like I said, I try to be fair to everybody. I will not catch all the comments because you guys throw them up there so fast. I will miss them. Moon phases, twilight moon, crescent moon, lunar moon, a moon rover, all good, all valid, not there. Now see, What I should do is, if SG gets one of the winning slots, I'm gonna stick his Pokemon thing in there, just so I can say I sent it to him. Nope, not Ask for the Moon. The Moon on a Stick. Oh, I like that one. Moon Zap. I like that one, Walrus. Not a Moon Rock. See, of course, knowing SG, he'll like never send me his address if he gets one of the winning slots again. So what I will do is, because I know what I can do. Hey, show. I know you are near him. I'll send it to you, and you can go take it to him. Pokemon piece. Oh, damn. Nicely done, Sea Chicken. I really didn't think anybody was going to get that one. I honestly did not think anybody was going to get Moonraker for a while. Because I think Show and I actually talked about that earlier. We actually talked about it because I actually found your Pokemon piece. I was cleaning up, and Show had said something about, oh, I'm right down the road from him. Send it, and I'll go give it to him. And I'm like, Well, see, because I didn't realize you were that close to him at the time. Because for some reason, I kept thinking SG was over in Newfoundland. Oh, I will give that one to you, Leroy. That is close enough to Promise the Moon. Very nicely done, Leroy. So you guys actually got two of my harder ones, I think. You guys actually got two of my harder ones already. Because again, I had Moonraker, Promise the Moon, number 9, and number 10 as four of my harder ones on this list. Now, believe it or not, Honeymoon was actually what started me on this, and then I took it off after I got going. By the way, Timmy, if you're here, just so you know. Now, like I said, I'm still mad that Moon Pie didn't make my cut. I am mad Moon Pie did not make my cut. Because I actually put it together. I actually put the entire list together right after I got off Instagram with Nerdy. And oh, you say you did. All right, give me a minute. I will double check. Oh, you did, Walrus. You did. Sorry, Leroy. I do always go back and check when somebody says they had it earlier. Like I said, it's one of those where I have to go back and double check because the chat does fly by so fast. I do miss comments. It's not intentional, I promise. I'm sitting there thinking about the Pokemon piece is what it is. I'm sitting there thinking about the Pokemon piece is what it is. It's like Pokemon's kind of distracting me. I lost my train of thought. Now, it was the Pokemon piece, and I was trying to like trying to help Timmy out without making it too obvious, which I kind of did. But like I said, the problem is when the Riddler gave Timmy his riddle, he read it a little faster than I had intended. But I didn't want to take up so much. I didn't want him taking up so much time. And so I was trying to do it. I was trying to get him to go through quick, and it didn't work as much as I would have liked. Oh, Sea Chicken taking number 5. Shares Moonstruck. So Sea Chicken with 2 so far. Singing Gamer with 2. Lethal with 1. Walrus with 1. And Eric with 1. It's one of those where I get so used to doing the riddles, the stuff visually, that I forget just how fast or slow I actually have to read them. Not to mention it was actually kind of long. And because I was reading it, and I already knew it was like 20 lines, it was like I'm trying to get through it because I know he wants me to get it done and over with. And like I said, I have said it before, there are times when I hate this character because it is so antithesis to me. There are times that one came close to making my cut, Leroy. He actually came real close. Because as you guys know, I talk real fast when I'm talking on stream. When I put this on, I have to slow it down. I have to. Because if I talk too fast, it's not Enigma. And because Enigma is always very slow, very methodical in his speech. And it's like, it is so hard to do. Basically, Enigma to me is Dubros to Jekyll. We love the character. We love doing the character, but we hate doing the character. If you get what I'm saying. It is that hard to do. In fact, my two characters I hate doing most are Enigma and Blind Eye Jack. The Blind Eye Jack is easier because all I got to do is I got to have the cigar out. Hello, Miss Kimber. How you doing, my dear? One of these days I'm actually going to light this and use it. Just not in the house because Bubbles will have a hissy fit. It's like the Egyptian character I like because I can have the Egyptian character. I can have him talk real fast. He's doing all his God praying to Osiris and Isis and all of them. I like Guy Fawkes. I like Phantom of the Opera. I'm gonna say Sea Chicken, you gotta give me a little more. I gotta say, Sea Chicken, you gotta give me a little more. You are this close. You are this close on the name. And the reason I say you have to give me more is because of his nationality. That other part of his name is as important as everything else. So where have you been, my dear? I miss having you around. I miss having you around. And you know better than the Mr. thing. You know better than that Mr. thing. You know the rule. It is listy. Plain and simple. Nothing more, nothing less. And the other person I want to shoot is Emery's. I've actually seen him online, but he doesn't stop in. I don't know what he's doing, but I've actually seen him online because I want to know how his kid is. Because officially, I think she's 11 months old. There we go. I will give it to you there, Sea Chicken. I was kind of glad nobody stole that one from you, because you did really good coming up with what I thought was pretty much the hardest one on here. So I was kind of grateful nobody stole that one from you. Alright, I'm going to make sure I haven't missed one, so hold on. Pardon me. Ah! I was dying. Kind of. Okay. Like I said, I'm still gonna have to slap fail for saying Star Trek sucks. All you had to do, fail, was say Star Trek is better than Star Wars, and you would have made me a happy camper. Just to let you know. But where was I? But yeah, I kind of miss having Emery's around. And I can't hold on to my pen. I know, I've seen some of the IG pictures. Like I said, my Instagram is flaky. It's working for you, my dear. It is definitely working. Like I said, we're the mental exercise to go with the physical exercise, remember? That's what I've always told you. I lost my train of thought again. Train derails a lot around here, in case you guys haven't noticed. No Moon Knight. No Moon Knight. Because I think Moon Knight was on a previous moon list. This is not the first time I've actually done a moon list. I don't even know what my third list on this one is. Well, we'll probably wrap it up after this one anyway. Because I do want to get Battlefront installed. Like I said, I know it's a holiday weekend, so I got plenty of time, and I shouldn't be rushing anything, but I do want to get it installed, and I want to kind of stick to the pattern, because we're already, for a Wednesday night, we're already over by an hour, but that's because we did a closed game instead of a straight list night. Normally, Wednesday nights, we don't do anything more than lists. But tonight, it's holiday night. I don't have to go to work tomorrow. So I figured, why not? And like I said, from what I saw, Time Machine actually, for the most part. And again, guys, if you guys see a game that we do that doesn't work, let me know, and I'll just kind of bump it down the timeline. And do it a little less often than the others. But yeah, I actually kind of like that one. It's basically the same setup as the wordplay. And speaking of which, we did change the play on the wordplay so that the words are hidden. And believe it or not, that's what started me on the Time Machine. That's what actually started me on the Time Machine game. Because I've always wanted to do one that's just literally based on history. So I've always said I've wanted to do a game that entertains and educates. And to me, that one is it. That one entertains, at least I like to think it does, and it educates. You learn the years of certain crazy events that happen, whether they're minor events or major events. Oh, nicely done, Jesse. I'm surprised nobody threw that up sooner. Moonshot, definitely in there. And no, folks, I did a search beforehand just to make sure it did not come up. Very nicely done, Jesse. So you never know. You may be a first-time winner tonight with one of our small prizes. So we are down to one. It never came up, Leroy, because I just did a search for it just a moment ago. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe it did. Maybe it did. Nope, it did not come up. It did not come up, Leroy. That was the one I just did a search for because I'm like, somebody had to have come up with that one sooner, and there's nothing there. Because my search is based on the YouTube chat, but the guesses are based on the PlayStation chat. So we are down, ladies and gentlemen, to one moon phrase, and I will guarantee you nobody has even been close to this one. Nobody, I guarantee it, has been close to this one. But ladies and gentlemen, for those of you that have just joined us, all 23 of you, and hopefully there are more, never know with YouTube's counter, I want to welcome you all to Listwits. We are the one and only interactive game show. We give away stuff guaranteed every episode. For instance, this is the current stuff that will be getting shipped out. We have for Red Walrus, we have the Mystery Marvel Pop, or Mystery Marvel, what is this called? Moon of World? Moon of World? I have no clue. Oh, I like the Warren Moon one, Lazy. That one is good. That one is really good. For Arlo, if he will ever remember to send me his mailing address, and he's got to get it to me by the end of the day today, or after the show today. We have the Mark Noko loose Build-A-Figure figure. We've shown show stuff off, so I'm not going to pull all the shows out again. For Bros, we have the No No Never comic collection, which is basically 4 comics. Chris, we are doing the list at the moment, which is basically, you see the phrase at the top of the board, right up here. We're looking for moon phrases. In this case, every phrase contains the word moon. And again, this one is probably about the only exception to the normal rule. Is basically you're going to have a complete word or words before or after the word moon. So for instance, we had Blood Moon, we had Moonraker, Promise the Moon, Dark Side of the Moon, Moonstruck, Moonwalk, Moonshot, Moonshine, and Bankai Moon. And again, I had to put him in here. It was either him or the crazy Washington Post owner. Because I just like both of those ones being in there as my screwball answer. So we've got one more moon phrase. So there's a word or a phrase that contains the word moon in here. So for instance, if you said it was honeymoon, that might be number 10, but I will tell you it is not in this case. And basically what you can do is you actually win stuff. We give away, for the list, we give away small prizes. For instance, the comic books. We give away science fiction magazines. There goes my voice. Yeah, not good. We give away key rings, mini little statuettes. It's just little oddball small prizes, such as we have, and like I said, this is one of those goofy prizes I picked up. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Nerf Football. It's just one of those goofy prizes that I saw, and it's like, oh, cool. Then we have our basic larger games, which are more intense. They last a little longer. Yeah, you're trying to come up with this phrase right here behind number 10. That's the one you're trying to come up with. And then again, for our larger prizes, we give away things such as, and I'm just grabbing some of the close stuff because it's easier that way. For instance, you have the John Constantine Justice League Dark figure. Me, goofy? I'm never goofy. I may be a little insane at times. We might give away, we might give away the huge Angela figure from Spawn. I like that, Leroy. Moon Taxi. We had Space Taxi. Why not Moon Taxi? We might give away. Actually, I think these might be in the smalls. These might actually be in the small. For instance, we have the micro bust figures from the Master of the Universe set. And basically, somebody is going to win this stuff eventually. And again, some of them are smaller, obviously, such as you can win a plushie Superman. I think I got this one in Austin. I think he came from Austin, as did the Superman socks. I think the Superman socks are in here. I think. You could win, and you guys can't really see it, that big ass Turtles poster in the background. But yeah, we give away stuff. We pay the shipping. We pay the handling, other than any donations that might come in. In fact, like I said, I got a ton of stuff that will be given away this Saturday for the Listwitz Cup. So again, guys, Saturday, depending on how long the Listwitz Cup goes, we will probably not be doing a game show. Again, we will be trying to restream Nerdy Stream for the Listwitz Cup on Twitch. So it's going to be a little off the wall this Saturday. You know, who knows? While Listwitz is going on, that's scary. I just had an idea. While the Listwitz Cup is going on, you guys may get some trivia questions during my streaming of the streaming. I think I got to do that. I really think I got to do that now that I said it. And it was kind of like, I was getting ready to make the joke. I was like, the Listwitz Cup, but it's the Listwitz Cup. So who knows? We may go for it just to see what happens. I didn't even think about that until just when I said. That's why you guys heard me stop in the middle of the conversation, because the wheels just sort of clicked and turned. I might do that during intermission while Nerdy's reloading the teams. But you'd have to be watching. See, I don't want to take people away from Nerdy's stream when he's doing it. Because, like I said, I consider Nerdy my godfather. It's basically, I go out of my way to make sure I don't overstep on his toes. But I may have to do this. I definitely may have to do that. Because I got tons of sources, so I can pull out some really oddball questions just to do it. It might be more along the lines of some word games. We'll see. We'll see. Like I said, it just hit me, and it's like, oh. I hate it when I get ideas like 2 days before an event, because then it's like my brain is like working overtime trying to get it to see how I can pull it off. Because, like I said, this list actually didn't get made until today for various reasons. For those of you that watch Nerdy, you will know why. All right, we have hit all zeros, ladies and gentlemen, which means we give you guys the first clue for number 10. Clue number 1 for number 10 is Jimmy Stewart. Jimmy Stewart is your clue, first clue for number 10. That's all we're going to give you to start with. Is Jimmy Stewart. So that's your first clue. And then when this timer hits about 18:30, give or take, we will give you guys another clue. Nope, not Shoot the Moon. I think you're on the right track, David. I think you're on the right track. There we go. Ad block, knowing exactly what I meant. Nicely done, Ad block. It is Lasso the Moon. For those of you that don't know, one of the all-time great movies, where Jimmy Stewart promises Donna Reed he's going to lasso the moon for her. So we had Blood Moon, Moonraker, Promise the Moon, Dark Side of the Moon, Moonstruck, Moonwalk, Moonshot, Moonshine, and Bankai Moon. I think I said that right. And Lasso the Moon. It is one of my all-time favorite movies. It is indeed one of my all-time favorite movies to watch. All right, let's see what we've got. We have Sea Chicken with 3. No, 4. No, 3. I can't read the difference between Sea Chicken and Singing Gamer. Singing Gamer with 2. Lethal with 1. Jesse with 1. Eric with 1. Walrus with 1. Adblock with 1. Let me look, Leroy. I did not see it. Yeah, you put Lasso Moon. You put Lasso Moon. And because ad blocks came up like right after yours, I had to take what ad block put. All right, ladies and gentlemen. With that, let's get things set up and find out who will be claiming the last of the small prizes tonight. All right, as always, we start with the player that got the most. Yeah, if it had been like a longer delay between yours and his, I would have given it to you. But because it was like pretty much back to back, I had to give it to the man that got the one that got the whole thing in it. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are looking for the small prize behind this board. And with that, Sea Chicken starts off with 3 of them. And just because I can't ever say his name right, we are going to get rid of the former Secretary General of the United Nations, Ban Ki-moon, who is not the prize winner for Sea Chicken. Sorry, Sea Chicken, you're down to 2. And you are about to be down to 1, my friend. But who knows? It may be the one that wins. As you guys know, I'm a huge James Bond fan, so it hurts to get rid of Moonraker. And that is not it. If it had been a game, Sea Chicken, you'd been in on the next game. So Sea Chicken down to 1. And we go to Singing Gamer with one of the greatest albums of all time. I don't care what anybody says. And I am not a heavy rock fan, but even I got to admit, Dark Side of the Moon is one of the greats. But it is not the prize winner. Alright, so we are down to Singing Gamer, Walrus, Sea Chicken, Lethal, Jesse, Eric, and Adblock. And because I got to follow the rules, the Canuck actually stays on the board for a little bit. And we find out if Cher's Moonstruck gets Sea Chicken a small prize. It does not. And now we start turning to our attention to the knuckleheads. I guess I gotta ask, who besides Singing Gamer and Walrus is the knucklehead that got anything on the board? And just so you guys know, I say knucklehead in a loving term. It is not meant as a snarky thing. It's my fun term for Canadians. Singing Gamer gave us Blood Moon. Is Blood Moon our winning slot? No! No second prize to go with your Pokemon, Singing Gamer. Alright, well that means you come after Walrus then, Jesse. Just so you know. Because I always do the Canadians first. Because that way I can go cry over the postage. Faster and sooner. Alright, Walrus gave us Promise the Moon. Is Promise the Moon our game-winning slot? It is not. You think it's going to be Lassoing the Moon? You never know, because I don't know where they are. I honestly don't know. That's one reason I did it that way, is because I don't want to know beforehand, because I did know at one point, and I would always kind of like lose interest in the guesses once I knew one of the winning ones went through. All right, Jesse went with, and it's one of those that I didn't think was going to last as long as it did. Is the Moonshot. Is Moonshot our prize winner? Oh, no, it's not. Sorry, Jesse. The Canadians go 0-4. All right, so that means it is down to Lethal, Eric, and Adbrook. Who do I want to do first? As my voice is going and I can't do the singing for Michael Jackson at the moment, let's get rid of the moonwalk. Is Lethal claiming the small prize with the Michael Jackson moonwalk? There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Lethal 5CK is our prize winner. Congratulations, Lethal. I think you're still here. I haven't seen you say anything in a while. Lethal, let me know if you are here, because we got to do your treasure chest. Okay, he is here. Cool. I didn't see you say anything in a while, so I was starting to wonder if I lost you during the sleep mode. Come on, computer. All right, I do know what. I don't remember which number got taken earlier. I don't remember. Pick Lucky 69. See, now here's the funny thing. Most of the people that have the NC have stuck with the NC number. Lethal is one of the few who has refused to do his NC number. For whatever reason, he always goes with that magic 69 number. So for Lethal, in treasure chest number 69, Lethal, for you, my friend, you are getting dun, 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 the Garbage Pail Kids Mystery. This is the one that Bubbles just picked up. I have no idea what's in the box because it is a mystery box. Ironically, this is the second mystery box we've given away. Walrus has one that's going out, and now Lethal has. This is the GPK vinyl figure. Yes. So So I have no idea which of the 12 it actually is. Now, if it were me and I was hoping for one, I think I said it before. I would want Fry and Ryan. But I have no clue what it is. This is actually one, so you get to thank Bubbles for. She's the one that actually picked this up. I didn't even think about Trash Panda. I really didn't even think about Trash Panda. Although I don't know where he got Panda from. I honestly don't know where he got Panda from. He's Trash Raccoon George Cooney. And I think I have your mailing address, Lethal. I think. Because I think I just sent you something not too long ago, right? No. I don't open them. That I will not do. If they are sealed like this, I will not open them. Like I said, because I got Walrus's here. His is got just a little bit of tape. That I do not do. It's part of the fun. It's part of the fun. So it's one of those where it's a mystery thing where I actually want to see. It's one of those things where I want to enjoy. I want to enjoy the surprise as much as you guys can. But yeah, I think I do have your email address. Arlo, I do still need yours. Old School, who I have not seen. Tonight, I still need yours. Let's see, I got Delve, I got Show, got Bros, got Walrus, I got Big Daddy Juggalos, Sea Chicken, and Old School. So I actually have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I actually have 9 packages I have to try to get out before Saturday. I have 9 packages I have to get out before Saturday. Well, see, the reason I don't want to open it is because A, that forces you to open it. B, it forces you to put it on Instagram. And C, it sort of forces you to put the hashtag ListWits tag on there. So I get some eyes and ears on it. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is the ListWits Game Show. I hope you guys have as much fun watching as I have putting these together and showing them off. Again, Saturday will be a little different. What is my favorite small prize? My favorite small prize I still actually have here. My favorite small prize right now, as of this point, is, I gotta find the right one, bear with me. Because, like I said, I know Del was getting a couple of these. And Old School is getting a couple of these. If I can ever get Old School to actually respond. But some of my favorite small prizes that I've given away are the science fiction magazines. Because I grew up as a kid and I would read these. I would find copies of these from 1950s and 60s, and I never kept them. I never actually kept them. Red, Timmy's Clue was list number 2 tonight. Timmy's Clue was list number 2. If you go back and watch the ending of Tim Spacer's and look at list number 2, and you will understand why. Or you should understand why, unless you're like DMK and you Googled the riddle. That was one reason I didn't want to post the riddle, because I didn't want anybody Googling it. It's harder to Google when I just read it. But yeah, I would say the science fiction magazines are my favorite small prizes to give away, because they're not expensive, but they're old, they're classic, they're 1940s, 50s, and 60s stuff. War Dogs, Saturdays, normally we are on Twitch, but this Saturday is going to be a little different. This Saturday, because the Rocket League tournament is going on and we're actually sponsoring it, we're going, basically, if you guys follow Nerdy, this Saturday will be a little different, because Saturday, it'll start about 3 o'clock, I think, if I have my timeline right. I got to go look at his Instagram posting. And we're basically going to rebroadcast his broadcast. So Saturday, we probably won't have a game show. But yeah, Saturdays normally normally on Wednesdays we do basically 2 lists and a 4-letter word. And if we can squeeze something else in there, we'll squeeze something else in there. Saturdays we do basically a 4-letter word, a list, an open game for everybody, a closed game that has a limited number of players. And it just depends on how much energy I have and how busy the chat is. The busier the chat, the more likely I'm going to do more games. If I've only got 4 people in the chat on Twitch on a Saturday, I'm not going to do much more than a game and a few lists. But yeah, normally we're on Saturdays, and I may still do a game show stream Saturday night after the List With tournament. But I'm going to say it's more than likely I'm not going to. This Saturday, if I do, it may be all smalls. It may be like kind of a role reversal. Did I give you yeah, you got the Azimuth ones coming to you, I think. Yeah, I think those are already in the mail. I think. No, because I got one for Delve, I got one for Old School. The only one I have for you right now, Walrus, is the mystery box. Was it an older one, previous one I sent you? Because I've still got like one Asimov set left. Well, like I said, check us out on Twitch. What we may do is we may just do some goofy trivia between tournament games. Hey, Spaceman, Public Access, how are we doing, my friend? Steve, are you going to be on Friday? Because I wasn't sure if you were going to be on Friday. Oh, okay, you just used to read them. Okay. I'm like, wait a minute, because I know I've still got some Asimov ones somewhere. I just don't remember if they're going out or if they're still in the collection. But yeah, like I said, Delve actually is getting like a 1951 magazine. 1951. I think it's 51. Maybe it's 54. And it is not a reprint. Oh, unfortunately not. Okay. Yeah, I know the feeling, my friend. I know the feeling. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, like I said, please make sure you can. I was going to say Public Access Friday night. Tomorrow, Norvis will be on. 8-Legged Spiders. Dr. Jekyll will be on tomorrow. Friday, Average Ninja. Ron Mexico. I'm drawing a blank now because with Spaceman C taking off, I'm forgetting who's watching. Nerdy, there we go. Nerdy, Average Ninja, Public Access 66 normally. Ron Mexico Fridays, unless Ron does a Saturday show. No, I understand that. I understand not watching Rocket Leagues all day. But like I said, what we're going to plan to do on our version of it is we're going to do the announcing, and then between the games, we're going to try to do a little mini trivia. It won't be any games. After the Rocket League tournament, depending on whether or not my voice is still going, because as you guys can tell, my voice is going, and I've only been on 3 hours tonight, or 4 hours tonight. We may pull out some more lists, just to do it, because I hate not doing a Saturday show. I do still have to go over to the flea market Saturday and see if I can get my hands on that Legends of Camelot game, which I'm hoping he still has. I hope. And if not, one of the things, like I said, we're considering doing is a part-time, like every other Sunday stream, where we'll do either a In Your Words, or we might do one of those overhead board game ones where you guys will actually play the board game. It just depends. I want to do more than just these two streams, but I don't want to like go into overkill. That's where I'm trying to find my balance, and it's hard to do because I really need to get more Twitch streams up than once a week. All right, but with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wrap things up tonight. I want to thank those of you that were with us for pretty much all 4 hours, or 3 hours and 45 minutes of it. Again, if you have not seen Tim Spacers today, please at least go back and watch the ending. And then come back and watch the archives for this show and see if you can figure out what all the clues and stuff were that were related to it. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for joining us. And from the most, what I like to say is the most dapper host and the hardest working host on Live from PlayStation, from YouTube, from Twitch, I want to thank you guys for joining us. And again, wrong button. That means I got to talk for a few more minutes because my AR Studio app closed. There we go. We will see you guys on Saturday for a little bit of Twitch, and like I said, a lot. Hey Jeff, how we doing, my friend? A lot of Rocket League and a little bit of trivia in between. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to wish you guys a good night, and we will see you at some point on Saturday.
Just make sure that you tune in to List Wits. You're watching List Wits. If you're playing the right way, just make sure that you tune in to List Wits.